Lost in the Script, episode 85. It's their nature. Take two. George ass in the damn comment section spreading damn lies. Being wicked.
Travis and Kanye. My fault, y'all. We lost sound completely. Well, yeah, we lost sound completely and it started freezing up and stuff. Had to restart. So please, if you was, hopefully people that was watching come back. You don't know though. They might go on by the day.
They don't went by their day.
Okay, they can go on by the day.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Y'all catch you later. We understand.
We understand. You got your precious time.
Understand, overstand.
Yeah, we overstand. That's how the conscious dude talk about it. We overstand.
How you doing, Regina? Hope you're not feeding to George lies in the comment section.
It's George in here. George and Travis said Kim Kardashian and Boomba got rated Kanye style. Oh man,
that is crazy though. After we said the Kim thing, it did go crazy.
It just started messing up. It is what it is. How you doing, Virginia? What up, Tommy? Tommy here listening to them lies. Anyway, let's get back to it. We already started.
See, that's why I said, tell me the lies. Tell me sweet little lies.
All right. Starting again. Will Smith understands if people aren't ready to see new film after Oscar slap. Absolutely respect that.
Which he's saying he know ain't nobody gonna go see it, so he understand.
That's what really. I think he's
he's preparing to have a flop at the box office
and be like, oh, it's because of the slap.
It ain't because of the slap. It's because we don't want to see the shit.
Yeah, he said he would completely understand if movie watchers are not ready to see his film Emancipation after he slapped comedian Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars earlier this year. And I brought up last time Nia Long. You see here in the corner, Nia Long on Will Smith Oscar slap. That was hard for me. And I said, why do these celebrities, particularly the black ones, act like this slap was such a trauma situation for them? They need therapy because he slapped somebody in front of them. I don't understand why they acting like this is so outrageous.
And I said she should be focused on the headlines with her husband being caught in a scandal with one of the staff members. She didn't come out and say shit about that until now.
That's her private life.
And I said, it ain't private no more when it becomes social media. It's everybody's business. It's public now.
No. Private will be their relationship. What Will Smith did was not private. It was public. She can speak on that.
She can speak on it, and we can speak on her husband out here.
No, you shouldn't have nothing to say about that. That's private business. Mind your business.
Laying up with staff members.
Mind your business, man.
No, you mind your
Travis said he's trying to be a professional. So we don't know what that means. We'll see.
We don't know what that means. What does that mean for you?
I don't know what professionalism means. I don't know.
No, when I said I'm trying to be professional, I mean I don't want to come in cussing.
What's so unprofessional about? Well,
because
what you
we have a particular order that we come in during the show.
Do you mean vulgar language or what?
So I wanted to continue the tradition of how we come in the show. I didn't want to come in just blazing guns.
Come in with peace and love and
then go in. That's how you do it.
All right. Let's move on to some more stuff about this. The producer of the movie Emancipation, Joey McFarlane, he brought the original scorched back photo from 1863 to the film's premiere. I wanted a piece of Peter to be here tonight. So apparently the movie is about a former slave named Peter. But I want to show this. I didn't show this to Travis yet. I want y'all to react to this.
He looked like Ryan Gosling.
They all the same pretty much though, ain't they?
Who's the tether? Him or Ryan?
What you mean
Who the real Ryan Gosling? Because they look just alike.
Let me just show this little clip.
Tell me how you came to own the photo and why it was important for you to, once you did,
I have the photo. This is the original photograph from 1863. And I wanted it to be here tonight. I wanted a piece of Peter to be here tonight. It's sadly to say so many artifacts and photographs have not been preserved or curated or respected. And I took it upon myself to curate and build a collection for future generations. You know, I've been collecting for, a very long time. My collection will be donated at the end of my life for educational purposes, and it's something I just want to give back. But for me, my love of history, my love of truth, my love of larger than life individuals that had an impact on not just some people's lives, but the world, it's worth fighting for. It's worth preserving. It's worth seeking out and protecting. And that's what I sought to do. And the story that came out of that, it transcends entertainment. It transcends cinema. It is a lesson. It is a conversation that is needed. It needs to start and continue and keep growing and evolving. And we just need to come together, and we need to reckon with the past so future generations don't make the same mistake.
Okay.
Bullshit.
So
bullshit,
once
bullshit.
again, we have a Caucasian telling the story of so-called black people.
And you say we should go see it.
When I say you're supposed to go see it, anyway, let me get to the point I'm about to make. What is up with these people wanting to own you in any way? Remember I asked the question, we was having a conversation a couple of days ago and I asked Travis, what does alive mean in the modern day? Well, we saw the Biggie, no, that was on stream, wasn't it? When we talked about Biggie supposed to be having a concert.
That was live.
Okay. Biggie's supposed to be having a concert in the metaverse.
Mm.
And I said, well, what is alive? Because if he's already gone, but they could still host a concert with his name, his likeness, his music, everything, his whole essence, is he still alive?
He's not alive, but his music.
But it's not just his
stuff
music.
still lives on.
It's not just his music. If he's on stage,
That's his image. That's not him. He's not in the flesh. It's just a holograph. It's an image. It's not him.
all right. Point I'm making is they went from owning you in the physical to owning you, your likeness. Why would you want to
could say
own a
that.
picture of a man who was whipped and beaten and a former slave? These people love owning. They treat the trauma and the pain of black people like entertainment. They want to own trinkets of the stuff you went through. Remember they had I can't remember what the video was. They showed a couch or a chair or something that was made out of black people's hair. Remember that? There was a Lazy Boy chair. It wasn't called a Lazy Boy, but it was like a Lazy Boy, a one-seater. And it was stuffed with the hair of black people as the cushion. And people wanted to buy it and have it refurbished. Like, why would you want to own that?
They sick. They sick individuals.
It's
They're
their
sick
what?
people.
It's their what?
It's their nature.
Exactly. Why do you want to own the picture of a former slave? What about that to you? These are the liberal whites. What about that to you is empowering them and keeping the story alive, owning their
I don't know.
artifacts?
Let's ask one. Any white Caucasians in the chat that's live, that's listening. You want to answer the question? Defend yourself.
And it's compared to this story right here with this woman here, because she's trying to get ownership of her ancestor Renty, which is owned by Harvard, a picture of him. Now this dude, a producer of a movie, has the original picture of a slave, and it's like, well, is his family being compensated for this movie because it's about him, and are you going to give those artifacts to them? But he said he's going to donate it at the end of his life, so I'm going to enjoy it while I'm alive, and then I'll get rid of it when I'm about to die. When I die, you can have it.
That's the question that these black actors should be taking before they take these roles. They should ask these questions.
Like, Will Smith don't think that way. He don't look at that and say, why would you bring the picture of a slave to the carpet of a movie premiere? Like, what the hell?
That's kinky to him.
What you interpreting right there? Go ahead and say what you want to say.
I'm not
Stand
saying
on it.
anything.
Huh?
I don't have anything
Now,
to
you
say.
saying something. But she's trying to get ownership of her ancestor's photo. And here he is. You got this Caucasian movie producer on the carpet with somebody's photo. Like, yeah, this is the original. Proud, smiling, acting like he's doing something good by
The
writing
black
a
one
movie of
behind
someone's
him should have
trauma.
ran up and took it.
Should have ran up and took. How about, why run up? Just walk up and say,
No, run up.
or run up, get. I
Run
don't
up.
know. You might catch them.
Oh, he gonna catch her, but she gonna catch him back.
You talking about the black woman that was behind him taking pictures?
Yeah, getting her bob together.
Hit him in the back of the head.
And her classic 19-something dress. You know, she felt like she was, you know.
Look at this. Belgian auction house cancels auction of African skulls after public outcry. Well, we know the Belgians, what they did. Go ask...
Who's the public outcry?
Ask the Congo. What you about to say?
The Africans were doing a public outcry, or?
What do you mean the Africans? What do you mean the Africans?
The Africans on the continent.
It might have been people across the world.
Okay. Support.
An auction house in Belgium was forced to cancel the sale of 3 skulls of Africans killed in the colonial period in what is now the modern Democratic Republic of Congo. The skulls, which belonged to people killed between January 1893 and May 1894, were put up for sale by, not finna try to say that name, auction house in Brussels. Once again, why do you want to sell dead people's skulls? It's their nature. A human rights group called Montero Collegiate I'm not say that, whatever, has called for the rally in Brussels to condemn the sale of the skulls and for the human skulls to be seized by the government and conserved in an appropriate way with dignity. Just like in New Jersey, that bombing. Remember the name of that group? The bombing in New Jersey. Where the city dropped a bomb on citizens.
I thought that was Philadelphia.
Okay, Philadelphia. You're right. What was the name of the group?
I don't recall the group's name right now.
Y'all probably remember there was a group in Philadelphia that got bombed by the city. And they took their remains and put them in colleges.
Yeah.
And they just recently gave the remains back.
They were using their bones for like
teaching people about
seminars and classes and stuff, professors.
Yeah. And it's
at
like,
universities.
Why would you want to use, what's wrong with y'all? You can literally create fake ones. They have fake ones. You don't need real ones.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the... I got a black one for you. Guess that one, George.
Are you trying to say he don't know the music?
He definitely know the Fleetwood Mac ones.
Folks, folk disdain and outrage and attention span only lasts about 2 weeks. Will is good. Now, I think this movie gonna flop because people don't want to see a slave movie. Although there is this weird turn that happened to him. Like, if on his YouTube channel, he used to average millions of views, and now he better can crack 500,000. He did lose a lot of support amongst whatever demographic that was. He disrespect elders and want to be hood.
Who is that?
Will is from the hood. He's from West Philadelphia. He's from the hood. I don't do slave movies. Don't care who the actor is.
That's what I said, Regina, in the first one.
What's the last slave movie, quote unquote, you watched? That
probably
was
Django Unchained.
I was about to say the same thing. That might be the last one that.
That's why I said I don't want to see no more.
Like, I didn't hate that one. It was like I get it. They're mocking. It's a little bit of a parody, but not a parody.
I've been emancipated, so I don't need to see the movie. So
you had to use that line again, didn't you?
Sure did, because we won't end the live then.
So you never watched Glory with Denzel?
He talking to Regina or us?
Yeah, anybody. He didn't put a word name on it. Have you watched Glory? All right. Did you like it? You're not gonna say you didn't like Denzel's Glory.
We're talking about now.
Nah.
We're not talking about then.
He ride and died for biscuits and gravy. What up, Kiefer? How you doing? Prince says that's demonic. That's why Prince said never make a hologram of him. And his estate went after Justin Timberlake for attempting to do that. Yeah.
Well, we can't really. Prince can't really talk about demonic things now, can he?
What did he do demonic?
He was in a demonic industry.
No. What he do demonic?
That's being demonic by being in an industry that you know that is demonic.
Birds of a feather, huh?
You damn Skippy. Hell, him and Michael didn't even want to go to sleep because they were worried about who the demon was gonna get the most
Michael
music
Jackson
to.
said he whenever he thought of a song or something creative, he immediately did it because he was afraid the Most High was gonna give it to.
As a matter of fact,
or God, he said.
We even know the deity that they called it. We did a video on it. I don't remember right now. It is a deity out there that gives music.
Yeah. We forget a lot that we say, but we do it. We remember we did it. You go find it. It's there. We got it in our catalog. What's going on, fam? What up, Brandon? Denzel and Glory? You got me there. And I did watch Roots in the 70s, but no more black trauma porn by choice. Exactly. Once again, well, in my case, I was a kid. And remember I asked the question a while ago, what do you think about parents, black parents, who decide not allow their kids to watch Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood?
Come on.
Are they teaching trauma to their kids?
You ain't gonna disrespect my parents.
What?
Yeah, that ain't what we gonna do.
What you mean disrespect?
Just because they allowed us to see certain movies doesn't mean they were feeding us trauma. It was also educational based as well.
I didn't say they were feeding us trauma. We watched Roots in school. In school, why are they watching? Why are they letting little black kids watch Roots in school?
Roots in school. I watched it at home. I remember watching it at home.
No, I didn't say we didn't watch it at home. We also watched it at school.
I watched
Third
Alex
grade.
Bailey's. What's the name of it? With Holly Berry.
Who?
Alex Bailey something. It's a series of Holly Berry, the biracial mulatto woman. You don't remember that series?
I don't think I do.
Regina wouldn't. Well, she don't do slave. George might know. Somebody might know in the comment section.
Hello, okay. Don't be like Travis, Regina. Glad you can clean. Much appreciated. You can't clean. They used the real Native American corpse in the first Portuguese. I heard something about that. Which is funny because that's what the movie was actually about. Travis disrespect elders and wanna be hood. Oh, Travis.
How disrespect elders?
What Travis did? And wanna be hood? Hey, George.
What the hell did I disrespect?
I don't know. He seen Django, but it was by accident as a Lincoln was full and still traumatized by Samuel Jackson's step. Steven. Yeah, Samuel Jackson, that was one of the greatest, worst characters ever.
What's the line?
Who that nigga on that nag? Now at the end when he said, Lord, please let me kill this nigga. I was like, that Negro, boy, he played the worst of the worst.
He said, you know what? He said, if I'm gonna play a damn if I'm gonna play this role, I'm gonna play it the best it can.
I'm gonna give it everything.
And he did. He gave it all.
I'm gonna be the opposite of what I want to happen. Allegedly. You don't, hold on. Samuel Jackson, he went to a HBCU and he's known for getting into it with the board because he said he wanted more black representation at the school.
Good for Samuel L. Jackson.
Got locked up for it. Hey, Samuel been writing for a long time.
Yeah, he has in the industry. He's been writing for a very long time.
Once again, what are you trying to say?
I'm not insinuating anything.
You keep sending these little shots at
Get
the
your
elders.
mind out
See,
the
that's what
gutter.
George talking about.
Get your
sending
mind out the
shots
gutter.
at the elders. What you saying?
I'm not saying anything.
What you saying? All right. I want to show this right quick.
Cleanse your mind.
Y'all know that new movie, that Whitney Houston movie?
Oh, Brandy playing her, right? Heather Headley.
Brandy.
Is it Brandy or Heather Headley that's playing Whitney Houston in this Wanna Dance with Somebody?
I Want to Dance with Somebody first clip leaves audiences cold due to Nammy stone-faced Whitney Houston portrayal. And in the first scene they showed was the infamous American Star Spanner Banner's national anthem at the Super Bowl. Now why would you make that the scene you show first? The people was in the comments like, where the sweat at on the lip?
Because Whitney sweated above her lip.
And the reason why people like that, especially black people like other than Whitney singing, they changed the rhythm of that song to a 2/4.
She did it perfectly. She gave
the black people
what they wanted, and she gave everybody else what they wanted. You know, white people don't like when you yell, as they call it, and black people want you to hit that high note for them just 1 or 2 times, please, and a couple of runs and ad libs.
We good. We good. That's all you need.
Good. You can give them the opera.
Yeah, you can give them that shit. Which is funny. You would think because of the style that black people like, you would think they would love opera.
There are black people who like opera.
So you would think it'd be much more popular amongst the R&B segment of black people. You would think they would love opera.
In opera, you hit certain notes, but you can't really do the ad libs and stuff.
Niggas find a way.
They will. They'll find a way.
But also, y'all see that news that J-Lo,
Jenny from the Block,
J-Lo was supposed to do a tribute to Whitney Houston. J-Lo.
She most certainly has the pipes for it.
The pipes. I don't know what you're doing right now. That's the number 3. Well, what is that supposed to mean? That's the third time you done did it. What you doing?
That doesn't mean anything.
Okay. Oh, by the way, George called you out. George called
George.
George.
Cuba Gooding Jr.'s older brother, younger brother. I don't know. He saved 42, but he looked.
Why you tell him? Hold on. What's wrong with you?
He the comment section gave about his age.
What's wrong with you? What you doing? You just put me on blast today. What's going on?
He put my ass on blast. Why can't I put
What
him
he
on
put you on
blast?
blast at?
He said he just called me out. What he called me out about?
What he said was,
I don't know if he's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s older brother, middle brother.
He said you don't support FUBU.
Okay, that's true. And I said, why I don't support.
Why you don't
FUBU.
support him?
I don't support FUBU because they just don't market to black people. They market to everybody.
So you'll do business with a non-black company that markets to everybody.
What does FUBU stand for?
Can I finish?
Yeah, you can finish.
You'll do business with a non-black company that markets to everybody, but you won't do business with a black company that advertises to everyone.
Well, because they specialize in for us, by us.
But they still gotta sell to everybody else too.
Yeah.
Or so I say they want to.
How does that work for them when they do that?
Now, what was your reason when you first came to this website?
When I first came to this website, they had a non-black woman. There she go.
How you know she's not black?
She may have some black in her.
Oh, now she got some black in it. Y'all, when he first saw this, he said,
but she wasn't what I was expecting to see when they had the shop woman model.
When he saw this was his excuse not to buy no FUBU. But then he came back today when we pulled the site up and they showed a black man and a black woman at the top.
Which is beautiful.
So you still didn't want to buy from FUBU?
I can't trust them because their marketing is all over the place. Are you marketing to us or are you marketing to everybody?
They're not allowed to market to everyone?
They're allowed to market to whoever they want to. And as a customer, I am allowed to shop wherever I want to shop. Why should I support them? They don't just only support me. They support everybody.
You done with your little soliloquy? You done?
I've been done. I was done for the conversation.
You know, he said before we went live, he gonna find a way to finesse this, by the way. He said this out of his own mouth.
I said finesse?
You didn't use that word.
Okay.
But you said you're gonna find a way to finagle
I
this.
never used the word.
You said finagle.
Finesse.
You said finagle.
You see how Duke
now you're gonna ignore
tells lies.
He
also said that I was advocating to go and vote for Herschel Walker. Well, the only thing I said was I hope that Herschel Walker wins.
What does that mean?
I am not a voter in the state of Georgia, so I cannot tell the Georgians who to vote for.
What does that
Correct?
mean? What does that mean when you support something? That mean what does that mean? You want something to win?
I'm supporting him.
That means support.
Did I get on the platform and say vote for Herschel
You said
Walker,
you wanted
or
to
did I
win.
just simply say I hope Herschel Walker wins?
That's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Okay. Speaking of black support, Deion Sanders preparing to leave JSU for Colorado. I'm only bringing this up for one reason. In one of the games at the JSU game, one of the coaches that they played against had some words for Deion Sanders. He said, Deion Sanders is not SWAT. I'm SWAT. And Deion Sanders came out and said, who ain't SWAT? And now he's leaving the SWAT. And allegedly he's going to Colorado. What, you got any thoughts on this? You know you want to say it. Just say it. Say it. Deion Sanders deciding to leave the HBCU and go to the PWI. Tell me what you think. He itching right now. You want to say it again. So you're not going to say nothing? You got to say something. Come on, man. Okay. I guess we got to move on. He won't comment on it. I'm going to say this. He came there. He was one of the most famous people in sports. He came there. He built up the program, allowed him to make more money than they made in a while, put him on the right track. Has he earned the right to make a decision to leave? Are they not in a better position now than when he came? Me personally, it is a little bit like, damn, what was the point of coming there saying that this is God's choice that told you to come there? God. You brought in God. And now you're going to, out of all schools, Colorado. That's what's really like, Colorado. And allegedly they offering like $5 million versus the $300K he's getting from JSU. And he did give up half of his money or check from JSU to help fix the program and all that stuff. So he donated a lot of money to JSU out of his own, he was supposed to be getting paid. But it is a little, I know that those JSU fans are going to be a little heartbroken. And a lot of people are going to be mocking them. Remember that video of that dude who said they cooning for him? The child say something so bad. Let's move on. Oh, man. All right. J-Lo needs to quit. Travis, where that black card at on layaway?
Here you go. Stephen A. Smith was right. Black people are always rejecting and taking away your black card. And George proved the very point.
Travis refused to burn Nikes.
I sure do. I tell you what, I burn all that shit up. If I calculate the amount of money I spend, you reimburse me for it, I burn it all up, George.
Will's Emancipation, there's an episode of Black Mirror that featured an off-road Black Trauma Artifacts Museum, Black Panther, and Letitia Wright was that. Yeah, I saw that. Someone spoke about it across social media. I saw someone say they like to use black people. For instance, all these artifacts they own in museums. To the winner goes the spoils, I guess. You can just take other people's prizes and put them in museums. Or was it South Africa been asking for that diamond back for years?
Yeah.
And they won't give it back. They just like, no. They're supposed to be so loving and want to repent for all the things they've done.
But no,
wrong.
we ain't giving back the diamond.
They're like, you ain't getting the diamond.
The diamond stays home.
No, it stays here because home it left.
Well, they said this the new home.
They're not giving the diamond. Silence. Travis, LOL. Man up, Travis. Talk about prime time.
Look at no. Go back and wait. Look what he put at the end.
Colorado, Bunnytown, Travis kind of town. Oh, he said that's your kind of town.
That would be somebody else's kind of town. That's why they're choosing to go there.
Oh, well, he's married.
All this shit in the news. What does marriage have to do with it?
That was a terrible reason. Yeah.
Don't nobody care about no marriage. That's just a ring and a piece of paper.
Yeah, in America it is.
Everywhere it is. That's why they dying over there in Iraq and the Middle East to drive so they can go be with who they want to be with. That's why they really want to drive. And they fighting like hell. Hell no, you're not driving.
You mean the women?
The women, that's what I'm talking about. Who else?
Watch Terrell Owens knock out man heckling him at CVS. Now, I want to say this.
You just get into it with a white woman.
Exactly. Now, he got into it with that white woman and that white man standing on the sidelines.
So were you expecting him to beat the white woman ass?
Let me say this. He pulled out a camera and saw that. Oh, man, I can't believe this.
But in this instance.
Can I? Oh, man, I can't believe it. This is crazy. Look what she just called me this and she accused me of this. She all this whining on camera. But when the nigga stepped to him, he put hands on him.
Somebody else pulled out the camera.
All of a sudden, somebody else put out the camera. You ready to go. All of a sudden, all that crying and victimhood is gone.
He was willing to shoot him a fair one, dude.
Oh, he shot him a fair one, all right. And TMZ always got it, don't they? Look, he ready to go. Ain't no camera. He got no camera out. His knees ain't shaking, nothing.
Man, that dude knew he was gonna lose.
And why the hell is he heckling Terrell Owens at CVS? Like,
how much Terrell Owens paid this man to?
Well, you think he paid the man to take a L?
Him? Huh?
You think he paid the man to get his ass whooped?
I don't believe nothing.
Why would he pay the man when
just to be in the news? Celebrities love to be seen and have attention on them. They're the most attention-seeking people there is.
That's true. 10 Deshaun Watson accusers will attend his Browns debut in Houston against his former team, the Texans, after suing him for sexual misconduct, resulting in his expiring 11-game ban. Now, it's funny because his first game back going to be against Houston. It's funny, ain't it funny how every time one of these situations happen and one of these athletes gets suspended or is out for a certain amount of time, they always come back against either a former team, a rival, or something, so it can be more of a storyline. It always happens. It just so happened his 11-game ban ends when he got to play Houston Texans, the team that he used to play with and got caught in the drama with.
Deshaun Watson's accusers are simply the same women that you see. Well, you know how when you be driving past these spas or walking at 3 and 4 in the morning, they say, open. Why the hell you open at 3 and 4 in the morning. Oh, they want to give you a happy ending.
Yeah,
which is what they provided for Mr. Deshaun Watson.
Well, no. He didn't go to Deshaun.
I know. I'm comparing them to. That's what the Instagram are. That's what they are. They just open all day.
And they weren't even trained masseuse. Like, they just was doing some shit on Instagram.
So if you're not a trained masseuse.
And he tell you what to wear before you come. Anyway.
You're an escort.
This is just, I don't understand what it's supposed to do, considering the fact that it's going to be thousands of people in the crowd, so he's not going to see you.
Don't nobody care. I don't even know how this make news. Who care about his accusers going?
They keeping this in the news. So it is what it is.
Well, we know who keeping it in the news. The tiny hats.
Oh, you think it's them? Why would they go after Deshaun Watson?
Why they go after any black people? They have to always have to keep the negative on us to keep from them being exposed and talked about.
Look, I ain't never seen this many distractions in the news, bro. It's so much stuff they get in the news right now. It's crazy. It's like, it's easy to become overstimulated with the amount of news right now. It's like, it's at least 10 different storylines going on right now. At least.
I just say bullshit. Bullshit. More bullshit. And go on by my day.
Sacramento Kings announcer liked a tweet that insinuated Stephen A. Smith favors white individuals. This had to be the most professional way I've ever seen somebody get called a coon. I ain't never seen anybody ever say it this way. This is genius.
No disrespect, brother.
Insinuated Stephen A. favors white individuals. But let me show this quick. Now, the dude who did this name is Mike Jones of the Sacramento broadcast team.
Mark Jones.
So ESPN broadcaster Mark Jones indirectly calls out Stephen A. Smith by liking a Twitter video that calls Smith a coon. The NBA, or any sports league for that matter, can never be as fun as it is without the presence of play-by-play announcers and analysis, whatever. Go ahead.
Did the picture have a... See, that's the thing.
That's it right there.
He may have like the coons. You know, they were jamming and dancing. He had made like that part, not necessarily calling Stephen A. Smith a coon. He liked the video.
After they came out and defended Jerry Jones for what happened in 1957, Bishop Talbert Swan, who he be going all over the place.
Pastor.
Huh?
Everybody a bishop, everybody a pastor.
He be going all over the place with his positions on certain things on social media, but
the man said he has diverse opinions.
He loved calling people coons. And Mike Jones liked the tweet. And Stephen A. Smith had some words. He said, look, I got a show today. This is for black people. So white people, you don't want to listen. By the way, it's always only white people and black people. He don't talk about the Asians, Mexicans, Indians. There's all these other groups, but you know, the white people. If you don't want to hear this, it's fine. This is for the black people. So everybody else is invited.
And for the record,
well, they're people of color. We're all people of color. That's what they've put us under.
Yeah, okay. Let me show this real quick. Hold on.
His hairline is pushed so far back you can't even see it in the...
Yeah, it is.
Where does his hairline begin? Anybody want to guess?
I love when people try to define blackness and act like they've got, you know, they got ownership papers on it. You get to define and decide who's black and who's not and all of this other stuff. Contrary to what folks may want to think, I've never been that dude. Yeah, I might talk about your game. I might talk about an act that you committed. But what I never do is engage in character assassination and believe that I have a license to use whatever moment I want to use to define who you actually are.
But he did it to
Kyrie Irving. You did, Stephen A. Smith. You did it to Kyrie Irving.
And you've done it to Kevin Durant. You've called these guys weak, mentally weak. You said that they are all type of stuff. You definitely use characteristics to define them as people.
I don't know if Kyrie Irving. I'm not. What's his name? I'm not Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant. Their brush gonna be mentally weak when it gets to his head, though. Somebody need to hold him down and just brush the hell out of him.
Look at you being. What's that? Texturous? Is that what it's called?
Damn, they came up with a. That's a new one for me.
Just put ist at the end. Ist and ism at the end.
Anyway, brush his damn hair.
I don't do that. Now, I made news earlier last week, and certainly people didn't accord me that luxury. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, is somebody influence racial tendencies in a positive way. And my position was, wait a minute, you're going to pull up a picture of a 14-year-old kid and use that? When the picture was a still picture of him standing in the crowd and looking. That's the reason that we want to sit up there and assume anything about Jerry Jones. I'm not that guy. Is it plausible to believe that he was one of the people trying to prevent the school from being desegregated? Sure, but do we know? We do not. Did we see him throw at anybody? Did we see him spit at anybody? Did we see him commit any kind of vile act? No. That is not what we saw. And because I had the temerity and the unmitigated gall to point that out, I'm a sellout. That is exactly the problem with our community. I played in it. Why don't you harken back to the Philadelphia Inquirer? I've been doing. We're the only group of people. I don't hear white people saying, you ain't white no more.
They call them race traders. Yes, they do. Mud sling, what do they call them? Mud slingers, what they call them? If you deal with black people. Nigger lovers. Yes, they've done this throughout history.
Wow,
What are you
I
talking
can't believe
about?
you said that.
What are you talking about?
I don't hear Latinos saying, you ain't Latino no more.
Go ask a Mexican if Mexican Americans are actually Mexican. They'll tell you no, they're American. Remember that movie Selena? The whole big thing was she was afraid to be too American because the Mexicans wouldn't like her. And if she spoke the Mexican language, Spanish improperly, they might riot.
Yeah, the infamous scene when she's in Mexico and her father told her to speak
right.
English, and then she was like, "No, I'm going to charm them and speak." And then she, spoke in Spanish, and she charmed them, and they loved anything for Selena.
But the point is, they definitely come against their group. What we call coons, that's what they call them. You're not really Mexican. That's why Canelo Alvarez, he speaks English, by the way.
That man ain't no damn Mexican. That man Irish.
Canelo Alvarez speaks English, but he doesn't speak it often because he doesn't want to alienate his Mexican audience. He purposely don't speak it that often on purpose. Because if you speak too much English, they're going to say, are you American? And not support you anymore. But anyway.
Is he going to speak English or is he going to speak like from Ireland?
I ain't just some damn black man. I'm a brother.
I'm a brother. He's a brother. What he's saying is, I'm a real nigga. He's saying I'm a real nigga without saying it. I'm a real nigga is what he's saying.
I love black people. I love the way we look. I love the way we walk. I love the way we talk. I love the way we smell. I love the way we...
What? See, this is when you're doing too much. You love the way we smell? Hold on. You mean what's going on here?
Well, he's saying we smell like the butters.
Oh, here you go.
The cocoa butters.
See, that's racist, ain't it? Assuming that all black people like cocoa butter.
They should. If they don't, it's a problem.
It's not. It's like not clapping them to 2-4.
Even when we mess up, we stink. Ain't nothing that can't be resolved by a shower. We mess.
How you doing,
Rosie?
We
stink. There's nothing that can't be resolved by a shower.
Up, we overcome. Didn't I say we? I ain't say y'all. I said we. I said us. Because
y'all get the point. So he went on his I'm blackity black. He should have just put that scene from what's it called?
CB4.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm bliggity black, and I'm black, y'all. He should just put that on. We get it, nigga. But some people still think you're a coon or a company man, so
he's a company man.
You have to deal with that. What up, Rosie? Emmett Till and Tamir Rice were around the same age as old Jim Jones, Crow Joe, Jerry Jones, Shut Up, Steve. Exactly.
Yeah.
And see, this is what we talk about. How old is? Why is it? There's a difference in. Why are black kids expected to be more understanding of their surroundings than every other group?
They're expected to be more mature.
Exactly, that's the right word. Yeah.
And intelligent.
Like you're not allowed to be just a kid if you're a black 14-year-old. You got to know so much more about the world. You got to be on your P's and Q's.
And you know what they do? When it's a white person, they talk their age down. He was 12. He was 13. He was 14.
Well,
black people, he was
12.
16, 18, 20.
We think he was 21.
Hell, I think he was about 40 when it happened.
Tamir Rice, they said he was. They said they thought he was 21. The cop literally did a drive-by on him
But Jerry Jones, he was about 7 or 8 in that picture.
Yeah, we don't even know how old he was.
Even
Look at
though
him.
the
He doesn't
kids
even have hair
surrounding
on
him
his
got
chin.
damn cigarettes in their damn mouth.
Yeah, literally, the dude in front had a cigarette. Like,
Not just the dude in front, about 5 or 6 of them.
I'm just saying, he was in the center of the picture with a cigarette in his mouth. But yeah,
I was 14, 15 years old in Arkansas, and I
exactly, Brandon. They always treat our kids like adults. Dave Chappelle, exactly.
saw these traumatized black kids, and I decided to just stand there out of curiosity.
I'm sorry. Hold on. When did the church start doing what they call
Sign
it?
language?
Sign language?
Is it actually sign language? Because
here
we
you
have to
go.
ask the question. That black woman got her ass up there talking about her.
Yeah, the black woman who did that, who went on the news, acted like she was doing sign language.
But black people do slang,
Yeah, slang in their language. Though
sign
that-
languages.
I went to the comment section on that video of a black girl explaining black sign language, and a white guy was like, "This is no different from regular sign language. You're lying." I don't speak it, so I don't know.
They just jealous.
Instead of getting involved and making a difference in their situation. I know I'm about to upset all my Cowboy fans, but the real test of your privilege is how you use your privilege for those who do not have privileges. The real test of what God has blessed you with is how you use your blessing for those who are broken. And one person decided, and y'all, I know Stephen A. felt, I got to get up and I got to speak up for Master Jerry.
Wow, what's going on with the pastors?
Pastors getting a backbone.
They get stiffed in the back. What's going
They
on?
ain't got a jealous spine.
I'm not gonna listen to this whole thing, but basically, the pastor went in on Stephen Fetchit Smith, and yeah,
They finally start worrying about that collection plate going around and finally start speaking some damn truth.
his collection plate. Get it on.
Now
the
after
side.
that, nigga, get the collection plate
get
going
it
around
on
that
that
side. Get it around on that side. We will love the kind. We're okay with the kind that jingles, but we would prefer the kind that falls.
George said, "Okay, Toby." Jerry Jones is the face in that photo. Looks like he was already counting the number of football players he'd own in the future. LOL. Exactly. Yeah, that's going to be a good one right there when he hits 22. Jerry don't give a F about black people. Jerry didn't give a pastor no tickets. Get that pastor no tickets.
Ain't George disrespecting his elders?
Wait, you mean Jerry Jones is elder?
That's his elder. He's older than him.
Not our elder. Jealous spine, LOL, Travis. You jealous spine Christians.
Damn right.
All right, let me. Oh, I want to show this too. Somebody made a great point. Did I got it up here? Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Please tell me I didn't delete this shit.
probably did.
I hope I didn't, because it was a good one. I think I just put it somewhere else. Sorry, y'all. Is this it? Yeah. Here we go. Look at this. This person made a good point. Red Joker on Twitter. He said, white media, old enough to make life decisions. That's Dwayne Wade's youngest son. And not old enough to make life decisions. That's Jerry Jones.
Well, that's what happens when you live
Both
in
under the age of 15.
a society that's trying to promote certain things to the youth.
It's their nature. And I'm pretty sure in Arkansas, Jerry Jones understood that situation very much. He understood the situation. He wasn't curious of anything. He knew exactly what was going on.
He knew that once these Negroes got into the school and there was no more integration, it was over for him.
What you mean it's over for him? Huh? See, once again, you just didn't want to finish your words.
They was worried about these Negroes being in the same school with them.
Exactly, Travis. They, pastors, trying to speak the truth because they're losing money. Or the money going down. You got pastors pulling off tricks now. When I say tricks, I mean social media tricks.
They ain't prostituting out the choir as they do.
No,
Damn.
that's not what I meant. I'm saying they pulling tricks as in they going on social media trying to go viral.
I mean, the pastor already has the choir doing personal tricks on him. Now he's having them out in the street doing it. Ridiculous.
Well, I remember that video where a pimp walked into the church and smacked the hell out of a pastor. Remember that? No, he ain't smacked. No, he smacked him. He walked up to him. And
He's supposed to be sending them some girls over, and the girls didn't come.
I don't know if he more than likely he owed some money. Ain't no pastor walking into no church that's swinging on no pastor. Ain't
No pimp.
Because they think they pastor. They call themselves the church. But ain't no pimp walking into a church smacking on a pastor just because. I mean, it's not good look.
When the pimp came into the church and slapped the pastor, everybody in the church supposed to be on the pimp ass. That's the pastor.
They were like, you're supposed to protect the pastor of his flock.
Exactly. He's the leader of the flock.
But they let him get his ass.
He like the president. Y'all the Secret Service. And you offer other services when the pastor need it.
I bet if Jerry Jones wore FUBU Travis to get him some tomorrow. You'll buy some for
Who
Jerry?
said that?
You know who said that, George.
He bet if Jerry Jones did what on FUBU?
Look, they're trying to be Darby 2.0.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Brandon. You jealous spine. All right, let's go ahead.
I'm glad we got some Pastor Darby.
Darbyites.
That's what they call Darbyites.
All right, let's show this. Okay.
Church on life support.
Church on life support. Kyrie Irving anti-Semitic film not coming down, says Amazon CEO. So that's the end of the story, right?
That's it. Move on.
Let's move
Have
on.
a good day.
That should be done with the story. It's over.
Even though, instead of having Kyrie Irving's face,
you should
they
have Ronald Dalton dude up there, but yeah.
The creator of it.
That's the end of that story. They're not taking it down. Okay. No more to say about that story. All right. Now I want to show this. Kanye is an agent of damn chaos. Full-fledged right now. He's like a dragon breathing fire right now over everything.
We know that he's an agent of chaos.
No, he's in full-fledged mode right now.
He been in full-fledged mode.
Earlier, I said a month ago, he was...
Oh, he was just waking up.
Yeah, he was just starting off Yeezy season. So he was just starting. Now he's in full-fledged just...
He was like a car when you crank it up and it's cold outside.
I know somebody... Y'all ever heard of somebody having to warm their car up in the summer?
We're not gonna talk about Shaky.
What you doing? I know people who warm their car up in the summer. But yeah, anyway, let's move back to this.
Shout out to Shaky.
Big thing is like Trump had no idea who Nick Fuentes was. But this whole I just gotta go right to the heart of this anti-Semite claim that's happening. This is something, if you read the definition, it says you can't claim that there's multiple people inside of banks or in media that are all Jewish or you're anti-Semitic. And that's the truth. Like,
it's crazy.
It's the truth.
Huh?
It's crazy because they own the banks, the Rothschilds and all of them.
And they'll tell you that they started Hollywood. And we're going to get to something that Biden said in 2013 about that, but you're not allowed to say it.
What are we talking about? And
Elaborate. What do you mean? You mean?
I'm saying your boy DeSantis, Trump, whoever they raising a petri dish over on the Democrat side is going to play the game.
Look,
and,
here's what I was trying to get
yeah.
to. You went right into the anti-Semite thing. I think it's something that should be talked about. But if you start bringing this up, you're going to ask my opinion on it. I'm going to disagree with you.
I didn't ask your opinion on it. You jumped into it.
But
I don't care about your opinion. I like your opinion on how we win an election, but I don't care about anybody's opinion, bro. I lost. They tried to put me in jail. They blocked $2 billion I had. Like what I told Farrakhan, I said, look, is it anti-Semitic for me to say his name out loud? Like
using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking about.
It is them though, isn't it? I mean, because because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about? Are you leaving?
Are you referring to the press?
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get up.
By the way, this Nick dude,
and walk out.
He's a weirdo. He's a typical, I guess you would say, young Caucasian dude who tries to be edgy. So he's made comments about black people. He's made comments about stuff like that. You expect it on its side of social media. So people were looking at like, why is Kanye even associating with this dude? It's like, well, because he's white. Kanye's trying to sell everything he can right now to white people.
So he can get his money back up.
I don't even know if it's just about the money. It's just, and also Kanye, he's an agent of chaos. Create as much as you can and see what comes from it. But yeah. him walking out though, you say he should just walk out because somebody disagree with him?
Yeah, that's what I would do. Fuck you.
Well,
Have a nice day.
I know you would walk out. But why would you even be in there if you're going to walk out?
I'm giving you a chance to prove me wrong.
Give me a chance.
My mission here today.
I showed this earlier. Then Kanye went on Alex Jones's InfoWars, who Alex Jones.
Illuminati.
Alex Jones can't take no more hits because this dude.
He shouldn't even have Kanye West on his show.
He owe a lot of money to people.
Know, he part of the.
You know, yeah, I do believe he's some type of
so
intelligence.
He don't give a damn. He ain't paying them shit.
Yeah, he do. He is definitely some type of intelligence.
Alex Jones said he took 10,000 and wiped his ass with it.
He's also gay. Oh, the guy Nick is gay. This is Kanye and this is clothing line marketing promo. Yeah, I said the same thing, Tommy. This is him trying to sell his clothes to the little white kids. Those little white little dudes who antisocial, don't fit into any groups and all the other stuff. This is who this is for. The red pill little white dudes who be in these comment sections on these what they call it, feminist videos. That's who Kanye's trying to get to spend their money.
My mission here today is to offer the First Amendment, because as long as you're not carrying out violence against someone or asking people to be violent, like the left asked people to burn down cities.
The Kanye West having his Kodak Black moment. I was just waiting for him to say, I hope so.
He's attack Republicans and celebrated Rand Paul and Scalise being shot and attacked. Then you have your free speech. And when the left came out in the last 10 years and really accelerated the last 5, 6, and said white people are inherently evil because of
it's their nature,
the color of their skin, and that somebody who moved here as a kid from Poland, they're supposed to pay reparations for what people did hundreds of years ago in this country. It's a divide and conquer strategy.
Slavery was around into the 60s. So why are they acting like this stopped in 1800s? There were people who were slaves in pockets in America into the 60s.
They'd do anything not to give us no money.
Getting into the reparations debate, I'm saying the groups pushing reparations are trying to cause division. And so I've said it, the most Nazi-like activities I've seen, and the Nazis, in my view, were thugs that shook people down, did a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
Okay. We're going to get to that.
Kanye is an agent of chaos. That was insane what he just said. Now you know you got Negroes who, once they get on the bandwagon, they defend a person for anything. So you got niggas on, you know, Kanye also posted a picture of a swastika on his Twitter and was banned for 12 hours, suspended for 12 hours. Mm. And they're like, you know, the original swastika came from Africa and it meant peace. And it's like, bruh, even if that's true, you know damn well why he posted that. He's trying to antagonize.
He's trying to antagonize, invoke.
Yeah, he's trying to be as shocked as he can, create as much shock as he can.
Shock.
Because he says so much stuff. He got to do even more. He got to go further and further now. Keeper said this was a train wreck. Yeah, I'm surprised he even went on the Tim Pool situation. And then, you know, the sit down he had with Trump. They said they got in an argument because he said something about Kim, and Kanye said, "That's my wife."
That's my hoe. My wife you talking about?
He said.
Trump said,
"I even remember your name."
They used to call her Job.
What? That's my wife.
That's my hoe. My wife. You talking about? Trump. And Trump was like, Kanye, come on, man.
Oh yeah, the hands, the rolling the hands.
Everybody knows Kim's a hoe. I've had her.
Come on, man.
That's why I had to take the virus.
No,
shot.
she tried to give me the virus. I beat the virus. All right, let me show this. This is another clip of him on the show.
That's right, exactly. So
people should read that for themselves. What about Holly Selassie? Because this is what happened to Kyrie Irving, and it made me really mad because when I was a kid growing up reading comic books and stuff, I could read really early. When I was like 5, I could read like a 10-year-old. When I was 10, I could read like a college student. And so I put down comic books when I was about 8 because my mom had all these history books, and some of them were picture history books, and I started reading those. And it's like a fact that Solomon married a bunch of black women.
Now, see, this is where shit go left. Yes, Solomon married a bunch of black women. Because he was a black man. That's why. That's narrative they put. I saw it on YouTube.
Wasn't he the one that said I'm black and comely?
I'm black and comely. My skin is black and comely. But anyway, no, that was somebody else, I think. I don't want to misappropriate a quote. You might be right. I don't know though. I can't confirm. I don't know. But I saw a clip. I saw a video, a kid's video on YouTube about, the Bible, Bible teachings, and it showed Solomon and Sheba. And I was like, why they made Solomon a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man, and Sheba they made her what they call olive skin. I'm like, wait, that's not the story.
I'm tired of them pushing that bullshit too. That Sheba came to the land and he gave her something.
Baby.
He gave her a baby. That's not what it said. It says, that's why the Ethiopians run around here talking about their Israelites. What was the king name? There was a king in Ethiopia that said he was an Israelite.
You mean the king Sasili?
That's his name.
Sasili, yeah. That's the one the Rastafarians look at him as the last black king. Yeah.
Let's say Solomon gave her a baby.
Yeah.
So that one baby he created, everybody in Ethiopia.
Well, no, they think they come from that line.
So everybody come from that one line.
People used to have a lot of kids back then. It's not acting like shit went crazy.
But no, everybody. So everybody has now.
They're not saying. Well, yeah, you're right. They all kind of.
They all say it.
But
it's some bullshit.
The wheat.
It does not say that in the Bible that he gave her a baby.
Yeah. Well, people can interpret it.
You can interpret it however you want, and I'm going to interpret it how I want to. And that's not what it says.
Okay.
It's a fact that Ethiopia was Jewish. It's a fact that North Africa was Jewish.
And so was West Africa. Oh, you don't want to say that?
They're not going to say West Africa, Central, and South.
It's a fact that went on. And then Kyrie Irving puts out a video explaining that a bunch of North African blacks are intermarried and part Jewish, and Israel lets a bunch of blacks in because they can prove that their lineage, their names are Jewish names. So how is it anti-Semitic? And how does the ADL say it's anti-Semitic for black people who are related directly to King Solomon and King David, the line of Judah, which Haile Selassie was the leader of Ethiopia? That's where this whole movement comes from.
Yeah.
To act like they don't know this, I'm not blaming.
This movie did not come from him. This movement didn't come from him.
Not only so he's extending it beyond Ethiopia and now going into North Africa.
Yeah.
Saying they're all the same.
Well, they were. We got to go back to a long time ago before they had the Arab invasion into East and North Africa. It was all,
I'm talking about now.
Yeah, now
I'm not talking about then.
Yeah. This is why when you see these videos on YouTube and you see people from East and North Africa, it says they have Ashkenazi Jewish descendants.
And what is Ashkenazi Jew?
That's European. That's not Semitic.
They have that in the ones in South America, they be Sephardic.
Yeah. But neither one of them are.
Neither one of them are the real thing. But
the Jewish people that was in Spain that they always bring up,
allegedly.
The Jewish people that was in Spain, they went south to West Africa. They did not go
we're not going to give them a
east.
History.
Huh?
Let's not do the history breakdown.
Blaming Jews for this, I'm blaming the leftist ADL. To deny black Jews their heritage is a historic fraud.
See, this is what.
Well, he's a fraud.
Yeah, this is what Alex Jones is good at. I keep saying Alex Jones is an honest liar. Alex Jones is what they call he does propaganda. I forgot the word he used. I forgot the word that you can use. These people that they mix truth and lies together. So they'll say some real stuff, factual stuff, but then they'll mix it with a lie to change the narrative of the truth.
Don't do it, George.
What? What?
I know he about to type in the comment section.
What?
Travis.
Travis what?
Be mixing lies and truth.
George got
I know
shook.
he gonna say that. I ain't shook. I just know what he be up to. His little wicked mind.
Wicked mind.
I know what he be up to. Trying to do a smear campaign on me in the comment section.
Keeper says, use MK Ultra glitching. Well, we're gonna talk about that. How they keep trying to predict something's gonna happen to him. We see Charlamagne do it, and not somebody else did it. This is Kanye in the clothing line marketing promotion. He's also gay. Somebody said, for real, you think Kanye spreading cheeks for recreational purposes? I think she was talking about the white guy, but I also saw Scoon TV made a point that he thinks Kanye is in the closet. I was like, damn. Now Kanye gay? God, boy. He's still marketing their clothing every video. I bet the masks come from them. Kanye came out and made some comments about Balenciaga. If you is running for president, is he doing all that to garner votes from different groups?
Yes.
Well, he tried that last time. Actually, last time he tried to go for more the middle group.
Well, he talking about Kim wanted to abort the kid.
Well, he didn't say Kim. He said they both were going to do it. They decided not to do it. They didn't want to put any blame on her.
When Kim
wanted to kill it.
She had never she had no intention of ever aborting that black baby, ever.
Oh, we don't know how many she done did it to.
Not to him.
Oh, yeah. Do you think this is a way that Candace can say he's crazy that she actually runs for president? Well, I saw somebody bring out the point that she hasn't said anything about this.
I don't think Candace Owens.
I don't think she has the audience to run for president.
She don't have the, even when she go on Fox News, it's like she's only brought on there to talk shit about black people.
Because what is her audience? We can always, obviously, we can say, well, anybody who vote for Trump will vote for her. No, I don't think so. I don't think she has an audience that overlaps too much with a lot of these politicians or pundits. She has a knack for just going viral for saying displeasing things about black people. I don't think she has an audience enough to run for president. But who knows? Who knows?
What is he insinuating?
Who? You know, Kanye's lips got bigger over the years, and he never had a Botox injection. Figure that.
What is that?
George, explain it.
Hey, please explain it.
Explain it.
I told you what he was up to. I told you what he was up to.
Jones taught his disciple well. Nick G is okay. I'm listening to the white guy, and he said he has a problem. Isn't the blacks feel that they are the Jews? The problem is when they say that they aren't. Oh, saying that the white people aren't Jewish. I made a live, brother. What up, General North? The show. Nah, George, explain that, bruh.
Yeah, George. What are you talking about? Kanye with what his lips get big off of doing? Because I feel like you're insinuating something, and the people want to know what you're talking about.
What's up with the lips, George? Talk to us.
Because I ain't been paying attention to Kanye West's lips getting bigger over the years.
George said, getting bigger and bigger.
So
now I want to show this since we brought up earlier. We saw a few weeks ago, about a month and a half ago now, Charlamagne the God went on his show and said that he believes that Kanye won't be with us long. And we was like, wow, where'd that come from? We haven't heard anything about him being suicidal, anything. Nobody who's threatening his life. We haven't heard any of this stuff. But look at, this has been Ben of the Daily Wire. Look what he had to say.
Would not be surprised, God forbid, something should happen, that Ye should do something to himself, given his behavior. I mean, again.
That's a threat. This is another ish man.
Oh,
you know they like to suicide people. So it's funny that he's insinuating. Now listen to how he started this stuff. He kind of paused and then said, "Do something to himself."
Would not be surprised, God forbid, something should happen, that Ye should.
If something should happen, you can't make something happen.
That's a threat.
When he used the word "something should happen to him," that's kind of implying somebody gonna do something to him. But he stopped and said he do something to himself.
That's a threat on Yeezy.
Hey, man.
Do something to himself, given his behavior. I mean, again.
Nah,
can Minister Farrakhan offer Kanye West some security?
Well,
so nothing happens to the brother.
He would. So, but I'm about to say something crazy. I was about to say something crazy. Shout out Malcolm X, but I'm about to say something crazy.
You was about to say his security didn't do shit for Malcolm X? Wow, Duke. Some niggas
I did not say
too
that.
damn far.
I did not say
How
that.
How dare you sit here and accuse the
I ain't gonna
honorable
lie. I was about to say something crazy.
Minister Farrakhan of something like that. How dare you?
Man.
I ain't gonna let you disrespect our elders. Now that's disrespect.
Travis, you know what Kanye was doing to make his money? Don't front.
I don't know what he was doing.
Hold on, Travis. At the beginning of the show, we kept noticing you was throwing stuff at people. We were like, what you saying about this person? What they saying Will was doing? What you saying?
Unlike George, I do not throw accusations out there.
Okay. So I appreciate the difference of perspective, gentlemen. Yeah, appreciate you for coming in, man. That guy sounds like a bot. Is it just me? Yeah, he's known for, sometimes people think talking fast means you're intelligent. And he's one of those guys that think that when he gets into a debate, he believes if he just says it really quickly, people will think he's smarter than he really is. Don't be surprised if Ye passed away on a strange number, date, and time. It's possible. It says, especially when you got two prominent figures saying that it could happen.
Oh, didn't Charlotte?
Who?
Charlamagne the guy say that too?
Damn, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's another person that receives text messages from his boss.
He doing it again, y'all. But he won't take it. He won't just say it.
His boss asking for favors after the.
Yeah. Travis taking up for white elders that won't say nothing like the gatekeepers.
Taking up for white elders. I just defended.
I throw out allegations, Travis. Stop the lies. Oh, Lord. I'm going to show this right quick. Since Alex Jones was talking about black people being accepted in Israel, she said we are racist because we want to preserve our lives and our sanity.
Let the people read on the screen.
I want to make a point right quick. Remember I said that is there really a such thing as racism or is it self-preservation?
It's self-preservation.
So what she's saying is exactly that.
Yes, it's self-preservation.
My kids, especially my sons, is not safe here in Israel.
Now I noticed she said that especially my sons.
Why?
Could you get the boys out first?
Well, you get the boys out because the boys come there, they destroy lines.
No, the boys are the warriors. If anybody's gonna usurp a government or something, it's the boys you have to worry about.
The Sudanese, why they there? They ain't no damn Israelites.
How you know?
Because the Bible describes them perfectly.
Well, you don't know who they are now.
They still tall.
Let's move on. You think they're not a lot of people?
Yes.
They're real Egyptians.
They're the real Egyptians.
All right. That sound like a damn.
You know that's a damn man. Stop. That's a damn man. That's the Israeli.
Yeah, Israel is known as the capital, you know.
To my dad sound. No damn what.
Yeah, Israel don't play no games. They're an ethno state. They believe in
which is how they're supposed to be.
They want to get rid of anybody there who's not
surround the Barclays Center.
I'm sorry, hold on.
So when they saw us, we saw them. They took off and went to Crown.
Okay.
When they saw us.
But yeah, those Israelis don't play. That's why you see they do the Palestinians every Friday, every Saturday.
What did the Most High tell the 12 tribes to do when they entered the land?
Many of our.
What?
No, I'm asking you. What did he tell the 12 tribes to do when they entered the land?
Clean it.
Enemies are waiting to see how many numbers we have.
I'm sorry, hold on.
Let's just say it was a lot.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
By cleaning it, that meant what?
Cleanse other people.
He told him to kill everybody.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta say it that way, Trevor. Damn. He said cleanse the people.
He said kill everybody, and they didn't, and that's why they fell. But that's why the Israelis like, we're gonna get out of here.
Before I watch you guys, I watched the Glenn Beck video talking to a whistleblower who said that magic number 33 when he asked her how old she is. Yeah. While they want the most foul, they will breed us but preserve themselves. They want to breed us but preserve themselves. Yeah. They want everybody else to be mutts and mixed up and mingled, but they want to be a quote unquote pure line, which is crazy because they're a mixed group. They're really the actual mixed group. Weren't they sterilizing the black Israelite? Well, they were sterilizing a lot of the Ethiopian women. And you're right, they did deport. There were a group of black Americans who moved to Israel. First, they moved to West Africa. And they left West Africa and moved to Israel. And they were recently deported. I think it was 2 years ago. They deported the black Americans. They just said their visa or whatever it is was up and they had to leave.
Shouldn't have been over there, no way.
And they were trying to get citizenship. They said they had citizenship, but they was like, no, you got to go. And it didn't become a big story. I thought it would be a bigger story, considering they were American, trying to be vying for citizenship. But we know why that was kept out of the media. Say what you got to say.
Go to the next comment.
Are you ready to read the next comment? Damn. They were also worried about the boys' seed. Let's
Exactly.
See, Travis wanted, because that's the point he was making. Travis wanted to read that one. We get it, Negro.
Exactly.
The
Regina get
Israelites,
it.
Bobby Hemmett. Yeah, I used to watch him too.
Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby.
The alien?
Yeah, some stuff. He says some stuff that's a little, out there, but it is.
They all say some stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
You learn a little everywhere you go.
Farrakhan said some stuff that people will be like, what?
Like what?
Farrakhan said that aliens, that UFO thing.
He talking about the angels. When he talking about the wheel in the sky, he's talking about the ship. Everybody knows that.
I didn't say he's wrong. I said there's stuff that he would say that people would say, what is he talking about? I didn't say I would say that.
Well, those who don't understand ain't meant to get it.
That's the point. That's why the scriptures are written the way they're written. All right, let me just show this clip. This is on Jason Whitlock's show.
Now, we've said we've had a couple words for Jason.
We've talked about him before on the show. Jason Whitlock had Bishop Nathaniel on his show to talk about the protest that happened a few weeks ago for Kyrie Irving. He made a revelation. I put out a short of it. He made a revelation in this that the mainstream media did not speak on at all. And it was fascinating to me. And of course, damn, Trav, I'm trying to set it up.
Ain't nothing to set up. Just tell it. Damn.
All right, welcome back. Jason Whitlock, host of Fearless. I think I've calmed down a little bit and I'm ready to welcome in our guest, Bishop Nathaniel from Israel United in Christ. A question or thought that ran through my mind. How many guys did y'all get to show up at the Barclays Center to support Kyrie Irving? And how did you pull that off?
Well, thank you for having me, Jason. I do appreciate it.
General North said, saw the show and Jason Whitlock looked drunk the entire time. What? I haven't seen the show in a while. What happened to his co-host?
The Uncle,
what's his name?
Uncle, that guy probably knows General North.
I forgot his name.
He called him Uncle something.
His name is Uncle something. I haven't seen him in a while. Last time I saw him, he said he had COVID. That was like a year ago. And he was doing like a Zoom call into the show. And I guess he's not on the show no more. I don't know.
All praises to the Most High. Any military man knows you never bring out your numbers. Even when King David numbered Israel, the Lord got mad with him about numbering the children of Israel. We're not to do that. And many of our enemies are waiting to see how many numbers we have. Let's just say it was a lot.
Okay, I want to.
No, not from around the country, just the tri-state area.
Now, they said that there was only 200 people out there. And it was clearly more than 200 people out there. It was at least a couple thousand. And he said that this is only in the tri-state area because this is not across the country. We know, I read another article that said they had 70 schools. Or 70 schools as they call it.
It's not even just on the, they have other people on different continents.
Yeah,
countries.
They got people in Haiti, Jamaica, West Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa. Even in Arab countries. They got some people there.
I don't know about the UK. They probably got one there.
He probably do, but yeah, they got schools and or church, what you want to call them, synagogues. They got them all over the world. So,
got you. And so, why did you do it? Why did you? Is Kyrie Irving a member?
General North said he had some new guy there. Okay, so he got rid of Damn.
Member of your organization. Why did you do it?
Kyrie Irving is not a member of our organization at all. I've never met Kyrie. However, when a young black man wants to tweet a movie regarding Hebrews and Negroes, he has the right to do so, at least in my opinion. And the way they ridiculed him and publicly castrated him, it really lit a fire in our spirits. And we said, you know what, this can't go on. This is like modern day lynching of a black man. It has to stop. Has to stop. Oh, and you know what, Jason? A lot of people don't know this. Hey, can we put up on the screen the busloads that came to the Barclays Center? If we can we put that on the screen, please? Please. I don't know if you can see this, Jason. Can you see it? If we can move that over.
Oh, no, I think that's something different. Yeah,
no.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to speak on this. While we were there, we saw busloads of these so-called rabbis. Their agenda was to surround the Barclays Center. So when they saw us, we saw them, they took off and went to Crown Heights. Their goal, just like when they had those 8 Jewish people with the anti-Semitic shirts, no anti-Semitism, these guys were going to surround the Barclays Center and do a campaign against Kyrie Irving. Nobody knows that, but we know that. But when they saw us, the warriors and the soldiers of God, they took off running and went to Crown Heights.
Hey, Pay, he's starting to sound like a Christian pastor now.
Of God.
Of God. You got to put that in it, that soul in it.
Because he got soul.
So, yeah, exactly. So what he's y'all heard what he said. No one's talking. I didn't know this.
I didn't know it either.
So
Me didn't talk about it.
If he didn't show up, if him and his group didn't show up, the entire Barclays Center would have been surrounded by rabbis. Now, how bad would it have been for Kyrie?
He would have, as Nathaniel said, he was going to have a bad day.
He was going to be out of the league more than likely. So, and it's funny because them being there made them skedaddle.
Yeah, because they didn't want to have to battle those scriptures. Are you crazy?
Because they're going to be on one side of the street.
They've been waiting for a moment like this. A moment like this. They've been waiting for a moment.
They've been waiting for the smoke. They wanted it. And
because they were going to say, you guys are the 12, you guys are Israel?
Really?
Prove it. Where's the Bible say that?
They're going to be scripture.
I thought lo huri.
I tell them dear.
Because we said, what are they doing? They looked at us and then, boom, they was out.
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize what was about to go down.
Hands.
No. A lot of people don't realize this happened.
Hats was about to go down.
Oh yeah,
all of them had hats.
Sideburns are gonna be shaking.
They got Shirley Temple curls.
Shirley Temple.
That's what they got.
I was completely unaware there was a counter protest or there were going to be a group of rabbis to surround the Barclays Center that night.
There was busloads of rabbis, Jewish people that came to the Barclays Center. It was like I saw at least 10 different buses filled, more than that. And they saw us, they paused, they looked, we looked at them, they looked at us, and then they left. I'm telling you, something was going to go down. Kyrie was not going to have a good day that night.
Man, oh man. And we didn't get to talk about this.
He said all he saw was hair and dandruff.
Oh yeah, he said, well, let's not send shots, pop shots.
Well, he's a Negro, so he's gonna send shots.
But yeah, and we talked about this Israel United in Christ group before. They are an offshoot of the ISUPK group, which is an offshoot of the One West doctrine, or One West school that existed, where this started this had to be the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of these groups. You got HOI, ISUPK, Israel United in Christ,
Sakari,
GMS. That's the one. That's the wow.
You got some out there in Texas. What are they? One something.
I forgot the name of their group. You got dozens. I'm gonna say hundreds. I'm gonna say dozens of different groups that be on these corners. I'm sure y'all have seen them. Y'all in any sort of city. If y'all walk down the street in the city, you've definitely seen them.
Well, we've already had some people come in the comment section and disagree with
some of the stuff you said about the doctrine they pushed.
The weird part was that they be defending them Native Americans in those.
Yeah, they were defending the
Latinos.
Part of the One West doctrine is the belief in a chart that exists, the 12 tribes of Israel chart, where they make a claim that each tribe is in the Western Hemisphere,
which not true.
Which includes the Native Americans, the Mexicans, Colombians. And these are what we would call the Spaniard, white, or Mongoloid versions of these people, not the darker version. We know there's black Mexicans. We know there's black people in Colombia.
Well,
and Brazil
they'll say they're mulattoes.
Or that too, but we
the Spanish ones that we say they say they're mulattoes.
Yeah. So Travis got into a back and forth with somebody.
But we know for a fact that when the Spanish when they went to South America, they conquered the women.
Yeah.
They literally were breeding out
with
the women. So if we're going by that doctrine of they're the seed of the father.
The seed of your father, yeah.
Then there's no way they could be Israel. To this day, the women say marry up. Yeah. I mean, they talking about marrying up, marrying white.
Yeah.
So to that day, this still goes on.
And we're gonna talk about that later too.
How is it possible that they could be? Just make some sense to me. And then one person said that the 12 tribes are now Jewish. They're Judah. Everybody Judah. When we all gather together,
all the other
tribes are still gonna have different names.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go down this road.
It's the Bishop Nathaniel brother is in his bag on that episode. Jason attempts to debate and just sound like a drunk ex-gatekeeper. Yeah, he definitely kept trying to call him a racial idolater.
Well, no, he said he wasn't classified. He could not debate him because he wasn't smart enough to have this debate.
He wasn't informed on the subject enough.
He did clarify that and specify that when he was talking to him.
He also said that his godson or a son, a dude he have raised
is an Israelite.
Is a part of the Hebrew Israelite.
Not with that camp though.
Let me say this: he's not. Hebrew Israelite isn't supposed to be a group of people. It's history. It's culture. It's a lineage. You can't become one. You are one. You just simply come into the understanding or the knowledge of it. So his godson, if you want to call it that, would be somebody who come into the knowledge.
Go to. I can't wait till the comment after this one.
I love the sound of Bishop Nathaniel's voice. That's how preachers get you or as ladies. Anyways, LOL and shake my head.
His voice sounds like he has authority.
Well, another thing is, let's be honest, knowledge, any sort of understanding, intelligence is an aphrodisiac. So any man that's like teaching you something, that's why pastors.
That's why your husband is supposed to teach you.
That's why these pastors be in churches with these,
because they love how he preaching and rhyming and.
So you come to the pastor to ask a question,
and you go and Pastor, I need to talk to you about something. Next thing you know, panties on the floor. So that's why your husband is supposed to be teaching you.
Yeah, that's why your husband's supposed to go ask questions and come to the wife. But yeah, that's just how Christian church is now. Not even just the Christian church. That's how society is in general. That they are religious tether.
George, didn't I tell you George have a problem with any group of people that talk about dating interracial or laying up with people you ain't supposed to be laying up with strangers. He has an issue with these people.
Travis love his mighty tether. Well, who a tether?
He's not a tether.
He's African American.
He's African American. We looked it up.
Of North Carolina.
Yep, a lot of New Yorkers come from North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia.
Yeah, those are the main places. Nah, George, you're not a tether.
Now,
you're talking about
your Midwest, like Chicago and stuff. They come from what? Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia.
Yeah. He said, I questioned the theory myself. Didn't some of these Native Americans own slaves? Exactly. We did a video on that. The black slave native owner. Did a video on that. Well, this Gates.
Well, you know what they say? They say Gad was, Gad.
Overcome?
Gad just, had some issues with Judah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why he was owning Judah.
Well, the gates of the kingdom have the tribe's name. Exactly. When you go to the gates, it's gonna be the name. That's in the Revelations.
No, he said that everybody will be Jews. Everybody will be Judah.
This race construct is so convoluted. Don't know what to believe. Exactly. That's why they created it. This whole situation is a trickery. It's meant to just confuse the entire world. And who's the master of confusion? The devil. Well, who's the one who constructed the system?
Are you calling a white people the devil?
Yeah. Now I'm an extremist. Believe what's socially engineered so it can be divisive. Exactly. Travis, you've got me and my husband dying laughing. You said you're killing them.
Damn right. I'm not going to put you in a situation, Regina. I'm not going to do it.
The religion promotes things that are not black totally so they can, the gospel of tether. Travis, it's your doctrine. Now go color them.
Okay, George, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, George got your tongue too. You don't know what to say. Your cat got your tongue.
The wicked flee.
But no man pursue it.
I ain't fleeing.
Was it already? Well, I skipped that.
George is out here expanding the tribe by going after different
oh yeah, I did
groups.
Skip it. It's back here. Hold on.
Yeah, George, that's what George is doing.
George said,
he's trying to expand the numbers. So
did I skip this?
I don't know if 60-year-olds can still produce.
Okay, I guess I skipped it. All right. Y'all probably already saw it. LeBron James.
This fraud, this actor.
I can't show the video. I don't know what happened to it. But LeBron James, disappointed by lack of questions about 1957 Jerry Jones photo, says media were quick to ask about Kyrie Irving.
Why were the media quick to ask you about Kyrie Irving? Because you already had a comment for him. That's why, sir.
George said he shook. Brandon said George colonizing wombs out here.
Yeah, George is doing a duty for his tribe.
Well, Trevor, you was out here saying people can get concubines, so
I don't agree with it though.
Okay.
I don't agree with it.
Okay. I'm back.
But I'm trying to give him a
an out.
An out.
Well, I'm gonna just speak on this because I already passed this. LeBron, he was the first person or athlete in the NBA to come out and denounce Kyrie Irving's decision to tweet that movie. He got a lot of backlash.
So he's trying to clean it up.
It was just a genius moment to be able to flip it now to say, y'all asked me about Kyrie, but you asked me about Jerry Jones.
It wasn't genius.
No, I'm not saying it's genius by him. I'm saying whoever his handlers are created this situation. Is it possible? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is it possible that the entire Jerry Jones situation was exposed just so?
Could be. LeBron is an actor. He's a wonderful actor.
I don't think he's that good of an actor. He keeps saying he reading these books and people ain't falling for it. He keep taking pictures reading the Malcolm X
clout
book.
chaser.
He keep taking pictures reading these Malcolm X books and stuff. People like, man, you clearly not reading that based off.
That's like that dude that be on Roland Martin's show in a damn library all the time. He's surrounded by all these books.
Don't get mad because the man read a lot of books. Don't get mad because he read books. Some people do read 1,000 books, 2,000, 20,000
I
books.
bet you if you go in there, those books are dusty as hell.
Maybe because he read them a long time ago. that was a quick one. You read it a long time ago. You know. All right, let's move on. House Democrats pick Hakeem Jeffries to succeed Nancy Pelosi, the first black lawmaker to lead a party in Congress. Wait, I thought the Congressional Black Caucus was a part. No, it's not. Okay, it's not a party. Yeah, okay. It's only two parties that they even care about. So wait, even the Green parties was never led by a black person?
Guess
Jesus.
Not. I don't know why it's called the Congressional Black Caucus. Somebody please tell us why.
Because they really talk about Mexicans too much.
It's the liberal
caucus. House
Congressional
Democrat
caucus.
So they chose him. Do you think this was strategic? Obviously.
You know it's strategic.
Nancy Pelosi steps down. Everybody's wondering, most people, including myself, thought, AOC about to run for it. But they decided not to do it and pretty quickly announced, like right after Nancy Pelosi announced she's not going to run for leadership, they immediately let it be known it's going to be him.
Nancy says she's ready to let those things just
take off the
hang.
Let them hang.
Tired.
She's still mad with Paul Pelosi.
Paul said, "I'm tired of looking at those saggy things."
Oh man. It says House Democrats chose caucus head chair Hakeem Jeffries in New York to succeed Nancy Pelosi as leader of the Democrats in the chamber next year. A historic move that will make him the first black person to lead one of the two major parties in either chamber of Congress. House Democrats met behind closed doors Wednesday morning on Capitol Hill to make their decision. Jeffries ran unopposed as leader, with Massachusetts Representative Catherine Clark, current assistant speaker, running as whip, and California running as whip. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong. Isn't Clyburn the whip?
I thought he was the whip.
Yeah, he was the whip.
Well, Nancy referred herself to as a whip.
Maybe I'm wrong.
She said she was a whip too.
Running as California with Peter
Black whip.
He whipping the blacks.
He whipped the blacks.
Previously vice chair of the caucus and was expected to win the spot to lead the House Democratic caucus. So this is clearly a political move to put him in position of power over the party. So now he's the one going to be in front of the camera saying vote Democrat. He's the one going to be campaigning for the money. He's the one going to be pushing the narrative that black people need to vote for the party that a black person is leading. How can you not vote for the party that a black person is leading? Quote unquote black person.
So we're going to have a black man as filling this role.
Mm-hmm.
Then I believe Wes Moore is going to run for president.
Wes Moore is going to run for president, yes.
You think it's going to be a black man running for Republican president too? Tim Scott?
I told you, Donald Trump. I don't think there's enough. When he announced he's running for president,
it wasn't enough.
Fox News turned up. They got him saying, and then just turned away and went to something else. Well, it didn't captivate the audience as much as it used to.
That could be them trying to make him seem like he's less effective.
They already are. They're trying to make him versus DeSantis a thing. I don't think Donald Trump has the.
Well, whatever. I'll always be his African American if he needs me.
I can't believe you said it. You better pray we stay this little old show, because if we grow, people gonna take that what you just said and
I don't give a damn what people take.
They'll be like, look at this dude.
And I'm gonna say, look at your ass.
All right. There's a little something on Jim Jeffries right here. Cory Booker 2.0. Exactly.
I wonder who. So is Hakeem Jeffries, does he have a wife and kids? We have another bachelor.
No, he has kids. I saw his kids. He has kids.
Do he like to go on boats with friends? Skiing?
I don't know.
Going to Amsterdam to smoke some pot?
All right, let me just show this right. This is what Jim Jeffries had to say about Israel.
And then you had to deal with the first intifada, and Israel prevailed. And Israel had to deal with the second intifada, and Israel prevailed. And then missiles were flying in December of 2008, and Israel prevailed. And then missiles were flying in November of 2012, and Israel prevailed. And so I'm confident that when it's all said and done, we're going to stand together. Israel today, Israel tomorrow, Israel forever. God bless you.
The second these people
you would have
want to get in politics, you have to
kiss their ass.
Submit yourself to the Jewish outback, the outback people.
You got to kiss it.
Fifth time.
That's what you got to do.
You don't have to submit yourself to Jewish people. You have to submit yourself to Israel. I don't know why it's not a bigger discussion that a foreign country has as much political influence as Israel does America.
Well, when you're good to God's people, you'll be rewarded.
Like they literally, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. They literally make you sign a damn paper to say you will not be a part of protesting against Israel. If you have a business, you cannot do business unless you say you will not boycott Israel.
Well, they're supposed to be God's people, so you can't do that to God's people.
And nobody says, damn, why does Israel got so much political influence in America? I mean, we know for a fact they share secrets with American intelligence. Hell, we know they steal shit and sell it.
Allegedly.
They've stolen things and sold it to China.
Allegedly.
They've done this. This is on book. No, this is on paper. They did this. And
you want to test your luck? Because Tiny has said they got time. They got time every day, all day.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because they run everything. They have time available.
They own time. They're the reason why we still got daylight
time
savings
is on
problem.
their side. You know Time Warner? No. They said time is on the Jewish side. Oh yeah, they own Time Warner too. So
it's
makes
on
sense.
your side.
Makes sense.
They said, Hakeem, you're going to Israel a fifth time? I said, listen, I'm from New York City. And back home,
and he's proud of it.
Back home in New York City, we consider Jerusalem to be the sixth borough.
What? And I'm looking at this dude right now.
He's looking more and more Taylorish.
Do he look like a Jew to y'all?
He looking more and more Taylorish.
I don't know. What's his people's?
Now you trying to do that?
You know, I grew up in Brooklyn in the late 80s and early 90s. I know from tough neighborhoods, Israel lives in a tough neighborhood. And when you live in a tough...
He kind of doing the Barack Obama thing.
Yeah, the black Democratic men and some of the women, Kamala tried to do it, copy Obama. The Republican men copy Trump.
Kamala, we just couldn't get over her chuckle.
Yeah.
Tough neighborhood. And when you go on a trip and you're able to experience that through the eyes of those who have to live it every day, then you know why it's important for Israel to maintain its qualitative military edge, to continue to be strong.
What are they living with every day? Getting checks?
As long as I have the opportunity to serve in Congress, I'm going to make sure that that aid continues in a strongly robust fashion, no conditions.
Any support for black people? Any videos like this for black people?
No.
Oh.
We're a robust family. We're an enthusiastic family. The one thing I can say is that we will remain a strongly pro-Israel family as well. We put a resolution on the floor of the House to condemn BDS and the effort to try to delegitimize the state of Israel.
BDS?
Yeah, boycott.
I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. What?
Hey, Dad.
Whoa, buddy.
You know, that's coming on the topic soon.
And frightening Hakeem Jeffries clip because The date, July 2014, was Israel's deadliest war crimes in the last 10 years. His lies, both sidism on civilians. His brutal words, the facts. Palestine versus Israel, we know all this stuff. So basically,
we know
he's
the
a
death totals
Zionist.
be 800 to 2.
Huh?
The death totals between Israel and Palestine is be 800 to 2.
And there's someone
but
both,
the 2 they lost.
What means more?
Means
and
more.
let me say this. That should be for everybody.
Exactly.
If 10 of my people got hurt, but 1 million of yours did, I'm going to hold my 10 to be worth more than your 1 million. That's how it's supposed to be.
They living out, you know?
Speaking of this, Barbados plans to sue British MP whose family
Good for them.
ran and still owns multiple former slave plantations for reparations. As established, 30,000 enslaved people died on plantations owned by Richard Drake's ancestors. The family was paid compensation when slavery ended and is worth over $180 million. Man. I had to pay you. Well, let's tell you, no man will buy you. All right. Yes, sir. I do, but not exactly what you think. But that's another story. No child support on me. As soon as they finished the questions, he was ready. LeBron is about the only sports figure that captures my attention, but LeBron is deflecting, period. Exactly. Corey, he said he Cory Booker. My son is a Westmore campaign team. Oh, Westmore, yeah. Oh, really? Well, he runs for president more than likely. Travis for Trump 2024. Travis for Tethers for life.
You know what? Trump did great things for the African Americans.
Shake my head, kiss the ring. You know? The pandering, exactly. But see, it's crazy when they pander to other groups, they actually offer some real stuff to come with it, like aid and true support, blocking certain legislation from getting through and passing legislation to protect them. When they pander to us, they give you a holiday. They make your music a holiday. Hip hop is a holiday. They build a statue for you.
You got Juneteenth as a holiday.
Yeah, this is what they do when they pander to you. So we the people, we stand with you. That nigga lying. This guy looks more like a pale skinned Jew. See, I said the same thing. He looked like, you know.
He look like he's for the chillings.
Yeah, he's a chilling person.
And he wants to thin out the hood.
He corny. I can't believe people fall. Wow, dude down with Travis. He trusts. Either. Oh, Lord. All right. Now I want to show this right here. This might be some good news. What? Okay. I thought I made it a slide, but I guess not. Have you read this?
Yes.
Okay. Gavin Newsom's Reparations Committee will recommend handing out $223,200 per person to all descendants of slaves in California for housing discrimination at a cost of $559 billion in nation's largest restitution effort ever.
Good for California.
It's been good for California. This benefits the whole nation, don't it? So now this can pass through every other place.
Good for them.
For them.
Yeah, I'm happy for
now
California.
It's not us, it's them.
They are a part of us. We're all, I'm just saying, now, they live in the state of California.
Stephen A said, I said us, we. You said them.
Well, Stephen A would say that. He's a tether. So.
A reparations committee in California has suggested the descendants of slaves in the state could be compensated $223,000 each for housing discrimination. The 9-member reparations task force was formed by California Governor Gavin Newsom as part of the country's largest effort ever to address reparations for slavery. A focus of the California task force has been housing discrimination. It has been estimated that it would cost around $569 billion to compensate the 2.5 million Black Californians for setbacks between 1933 and 1977. That's more than California's $512.8 billion expenditure in 2021, which included funding for schools, hospitals, universities, highways, policing, and corrections. However, discussions are still underway, and the panel is continuing to consider how payments should be made. Some suggested tuition and housing grants, while others proposed cash. The task, now listen to this, the task force has also identified 4 other causes for reparations: mass incarceration, unjust property seizures, devaluation of black businesses, and health care. So the reparations task force reparations is not about slavery.
They didn't put it in this article.
When they say right here, the task force has also identified 4 other causes outside of housing discrimination, that's mass incarceration, unjust property seizures, devaluation of black businesses, and health care.
Maybe they forgot slavery. I mean, that's the big,
That's the one that's going to put the numbers up. Like,
that's why they couldn't put that in there.
That's why they put it in.
'Cause that's going to bankrupt.
Yeah, that's when shit over with.
They can't do it.
New research shows that reparations payments could increase life expectancy of black Americans. I only put this up to say this. Yeah. I mean,
you give people more money,
they're going to take better care of themselves.
They'll invest.
I mean, not all the time, but I mean, I would imagine that's kind of how that go. I don't even got to read this article.
They're going to go to the doctor. They're going to go their teeth. They're going to focus on
they're
their
gonna live
health.
in healthier environments,
They're not going to be living around sewers and gas.
Exactly. So, yeah. I want to show this too. He says his landlord is harassing him to leave a $450 a month apartment. A 17-year-old man who lived in the same building for years, he says in the lawsuit that a neighbor and his landlord are jointly using dubious tactics to push him out.
Where does he live where he paying $450 a month?
And that's why he ain't leaving. That's exactly why he ain't leaving. For months, an unknown green liquid sipped through the cracks of the kitchen ceiling in Francis Roberts' basement apartment. Music, sometimes exceeding 100 decibels, about as loud as jackhammer, still blasts from an apartment upstairs at all hours of the day. Mr. Roberts, 77, who has lived in the Crown Heights building. Crown Heights?
That's the Jewish area.
That's the Jewish area.
What the hell he doing in that area?
I wonder what's going on there. Who's trying to get him out?
Daniel.
For more than 20 years, and certain of the noise and strange green substance are coming from an apartment of his new neighbor. Soon after the new neighbor moved in, squatters began camping in makeshift tents. Well, it sounds like Seattle. Makeshift tents.
We don't even. This place is just
that was pitched
finished.
That was pitched near the entrance of his apartment. Chickens roamed the front yard and trashed the drug paraphernalia littered in narrow path of his door. Until last week, 2 portable toilets clogged with frequent use were placed in front of Mr. Roberts' bedroom windows. It has been hell.
But he's a fighter.
He's definitely a fighter. So he went through and discussed how they're trying to get him out, the unfair treatment he's received. As you can see, look who it is.
White people.
I don't think these are white people. Well, they're all white, but I think those are Jewish people. I don't know. I'm assuming they're. But
protect elderly black tenants.
That's his family. Crazy how they can do you when you don't own nothing. Remember when they did, what borough was that? Was that Harlem? And they did a painting of a celebrity on the wall, and the building owner had it covered up and said that, well, I'll let it stay if you pay me $1,000 a month. So I have to, in my own neighborhood, I have to pay you to keep a mural up. Someone who meant a lot to this area. When you don't own it, that's how they do you. All right. You ought to be ashamed. 82-year-old Alabama woman says arrest over $77 trash bill was unjust, unnecessary.
How long that bill been past due?
Oh, here you go. See, wow, you gonna try to blame the lady?
How long that bill been past due? Would you ever plan on paying it? They had to do something to shake you up and say, pay your damn bill.
Pay your bill. I do pay my bill.
I do pay my bill.
Pay your damn bill. He told her not to cry. One of the officers who come to arrest Martha Menfield, an 18-year-old black woman.
Clearly.
Huh?
It was a black officer.
Yeah, he probably felt
told her,
like trash doing. He's like, I can't believe they got me doing.
I got locked up this old little black lady.
Yeah, he's like, please don't cry. I'm gonna break down.
You ain't no damn better than them.
Yeah,
so
hurt.
he had to start off with, please don't cry.
And you know it stings when you turn around with tears in the eyes and you go, God,
why to be ashamed of
yourself. But I ain't feeling no sympathy for him. He could have just not did it. But anyway.
He could have just paid the bill for her.
Hey, maybe his money kind of.
Hey, the man said, man said, you pay the damn bill. I got damn 3 kids at home.
He's like, where your kids at?
Where your kids? Take care of your damn kids.
No, tell your kids to take care of you. 80-year-old black woman, and that's kind of true. I mean, she's 82. I would imagine.
You talking about her kids?
Yeah, I would imagine she's 82. Her kids could have.
Hey, her kids like, hey, It's hard out here, mama.
I said, for failure to pay the $77 trash bill, told her not to cry. The officer tapped her on the back, and she said she was already in handcuffs. Don't cry, Miss Martha. She recalled him saying, he kind of whispered it to me, don't cry. When the two officers pulled outside of her Valley, Alabama home on Saturday, Minifield didn't know why they were there. She said the officers, on one white, one black, got out of the patrol car and approached her. One of the officers said they were there to arrest her failure to pay her trash bill. Minifield just laughed. She genuinely thought the officers were joking. He didn't budge. You're not kidding? She recalled asking him. He wasn't. He was there to arrest her for failure to pay a $77.80. She thought that the bill had already been paid. She said Thursday afternoon, sitting in her front porch rocking chair, but it didn't. But they say it hadn't.
This story
sounds like
something that should have happened to a family member. The people got so upset they just threw it down.
Oh yeah. I could tell y'all a story that make you laugh, but I ain't gonna throw my family out like that. Minifield said the officers told her that they should have placed. They would have to place her in handcuffs. She put her hands behind her back. The front would do, they told her. Minifield slowed as she told the story. She held her arms out in front of her. In the cuffs, she said, her eyes swelling with tears. They're so heavy, I can't read them all. Dang, boy. Over $77.
Hey, you got to pay your bills.
Damn, man. Is he another Manchurian candidate? Are you talking about Jim Jeffries? I said Jim Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries.
Westmore too.
Yeah, I believe they are people that are being created and built up to fit a certain image, and now they're gonna be pushed forward to do some type of agenda they have planned.
Look what she said.
Don't forget.
Look what Kiefer said.
We get a fish fry, huh?
Look what Kiefer said.
Hakeem's kids, his kids, like Sasha and Malia, are Barack and Michelle's kids. I saw that story. I saw that little, that conspiracy about Sasha and Malia.
She forgot the A.
Who?
Kiefer. She forgot the A in Michael.
Oh. See how you do it? Try to do it. No, say what you want to say and try to put it like she forgot something. No, what do you think it should say?
I don't want to tell Kiefer, you ain't spell Michael right. She was like, nigga, I do know how to spell. I'm like, Kiefer, that's not how you spell Michael.
No, she's saying Michelle.
No, I think she was saying Michael. She forgot the A.
She's saying Michelle. One of these things just doesn't belong here. The terms are imaginary. Are you responding to each other? Okay. He said, don't forget we get a fish fry. Yeah, we get holidays and statues and fish fries.
Clyburn be throwing them good fish fries.
Who? Clyburn? Yeah.
He got catfish, spots, croakers. Hell, he even brings salmon.
Oh, it's expensive, fancy.
Halibut.
Steak of the sea.
Mahi. Flounder. Sole. He go all the way out.
In. Nah, he be having spots and stuff out there. San Francisco will allow
red snapper.
Oh, he got to have you already said catfish.
Oh, that's the star.
The star of the show.
They really coming in for the catfish.
San Francisco will allow police to deploy robots that kill. When they already been doing that?
You know what? Why can't y'all make some robots that will shovel the damn snow on a sidewalk?
But
why can't we create some shit like that?
Haven't they already been doing this?
Yeah,
are they saying now that the robots will be like police? So wait, you know how you got a police dogs, and if you do something to a police dog, it's counted as you doing something to a police officer.
So now we're gonna be having shootouts with robots.
So if you destroy a police robot, is that equal
to a dog?
To assaulting an actual cop?
Yeah, I would think so because you're destroying their property.
But I'm saying a dog is considered a cop.
Yeah,
like if you kill a cop dog, it's like killing a cop.
Yeah,
but it's a dog.
Well, you know how they feel about their dogs.
So now the robot is gonna be considered a human.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Not for them. That's why I'm looking at you like
it's their nature. Supervisors in San Francisco voted Tuesday to give city police the ability to use potentially lethal, remote control robots in emergency situations, following an emotionally charged debate that reflected divisions in the politically liberal board over support for law enforcement. The vote was 8-3, with a majority agreeing to grant police the option despite strong objections from civil liberties and other police oversight groups. Opponents say the authority would lead to the further I know how to say the damn word.
You sure?
Yeah, I know how to say it, nigga. Fuck it. Of the police force already too aggressive with poor and minority communities. They already doing that. They did this with a dude in Houston when they blew him up with a robot. They did the same thing to the dude in California who went on a spree. What was his name? The former police officer who was going around
So
killing
instead
them.
So instead of putting rounds in you, we just blow you up.
Well, they said weapons, so I would imagine they're going to put guns. So wait, will drones count
as a robot?
Yeah,
I mean, probably so.
Or is that what they're talking about? Drones.
This reminds me of the show. What's the name of that show?
What?
Where they had the walls up. They couldn't leave. What was it called?
The dude from Lost is in it. The tall guy from Lost is in it. I know you're talking about. Where the aliens came and put a whole wall around the city.
Colony.
Colony. That's it.
Colony. That's it.
Oh, it's in California. Colony is coming, baby. Damn.
That's where it was at. It was in California.
Yeah. Warnock holds a narrow edge over Walker in final undecided Senate contest. I don't think your boy gonna make it.
Oh, now he my boy.
You did the same thing to me.
You know what the difference between you was? You were very, very adamant about.
So you get sad when we say he gonna lose.
When I get sad about Herschel Walker,
you get a long face. You start getting teary eyed.
Sure, I do.
I'll be like, I don't even want to tell you he losing. Well, they say he losing anyway.
Sure, I do.
Like I said, your support for him
I'm
is
okay.
okay.
Like a baby at night. If he
No, you won't.
lose.
You're gonna have anxiety.
No, the only night we've all experienced anxiety was that 2020
election.
2020
I know it
election.
like it was 2013. I know it was 2020.
That's when we all experienced trauma.
Dems move to make South Carolina, not Iowa, first voting state. Ooh, boy. This is what they give you. Oh, look. First, let me show you how they pointed this out. Democrats voted Friday to remove Iowa as the leadoff state. Now, keep in mind, Iowa has been the number one state to vote for. It's a big deal.
How do the Iowans feel about that?
That's what I'm about to say. It's a big deal. It brings in money to the state, attention. It's a big deal that it's in Iowa. The fact that they're moving to South Carolina for obvious reasons. Democrats they're doing it to their primary, but this is who they're doing it for.
They're moving in there, for the fish fries.
Yeah. It says here, potentially nominating Canada and replace it with South Carolina starting in 2024. A dramatic shakeup championed by President Joe Biden to better reflect the party's deeply diverse electorate.
What is South Carolina known for?
What do you mean what's known for?
What are they known for?
What do you mean? I know what you mean.
Like, North Carolina is known for banking capital.
Is it known for that, or is it just
furniture capital, yam capital?
Why are you talking shit about South Carolina?
I'm just saying, what is South Carolina known for?
See, this is that fake North Carolina, South Carolina thing you're trying to start.
There is no fake North Carolina.
Exactly, because it's seen as the Carolinas.
We're both Carolinians.
Yeah, it's just seen as Carolina. Nobody really. Here you go.
What am I doing?
But now Biden is trying to make it. Now, they used to have the black people vote last. So they'll go through Iowa and all those other places. Then when South Carolina come out, they would start kissing the black people ass.
Does that mean we coming up from the bottom?
Oh, this is the help we need?
This is the help we need. We're no longer bottom. The future is starting to look bright.
Yeah, okay. Discussions on prioritizing diversity drew such impassioned reaction at a committee gathering in Washington, D.C. that DNC chair Jamie Harrison wiped away tears as committee member Donna Brazile suggested that Democrats have spent years failing to fight for black votes. Do you know what it's like to live on a dirt road? Do you know what it's like to try and find running water that is clean? Do you know what it's like to wait and see if the storm is going to pass you by so that your roof is still intact? Brazile asks. That is what this is about.
Black people are not the only people that live on dirt roads.
So listen to this. So basically what you're saying is making South Carolina the leadoff state in the vote fixes all that?
You know, a dirt road is just like a pavement road when you walking.
Yeah, people make growing up on a dirt road like
you just walk your ass up the road, or you drive up the road. If you can't get to a voting place, you would call them to take you there, whether you live on a pavement road or a dirt road. That's what happens. But okay, having a dirt road is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Somehow getting to the poll.
No, that's not what they're saying.
Well, what are they saying?
She's just trying to make it seem like this is how these people live. We need to.
The dirt road reference poverty.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they're trying to say. The robots were what to defund the police money went. Exactly. Yeah. They were supposed to defund them. Biden got in office and they got more money than ever. The others will have more rights than you. Yeah. The robots, the dog, all that.
RoboCop.
This reminds me of Robo. That's how I start. It start with them putting out something to help you. Next thing you know, your ass walking down the street and something say stop moving. You go, what?
Hey, General North got it first in flight. You see, it's first in flight.
Look.
See, we can't think too much South Carolina. Look, we can think of some stuff in North Carolina.
Disrespecting the South Carolinians. And well, hold on. Your bloodline go to South Carolina.
My bloodline comes from South Carolina and North Carolina.
You know what South Carolina's known for? I got the best one. They're known as the birthplace of Black America. They're known for it. All your family, Black American, all your family start in South Carolina.
Do you feel good? Do you feel lucky? Huh, punk? Do you feel lucky?
In Cali, they are talking about the police department having drones with guns with the ability to kill once policy implemented. Exactly. Now, what happens when you don't follow an order from a robot? Instantly, the way it thinks you're supposed to do it.
George said in Cal. Oh yeah.
The Colony show scared me.
I like the Colony show. The writing always gets shaky in the end.
It's the same. It's funny because Regina was talking about the show. What's it called? Peripheral. Oh, we saw your comment on the Peripheral show. It's pretty much the same thing. Colony and Peripheral are pretty much the same thing.
Are they?
As far as the dynamic between the man and the woman. How they wrote that female character. How she just constantly go against her husband.
I thought she was gonna end up with the black dude.
They try to make her revolutionary, and he's the corporate man. He turned into the corporate sellout.
She was going against her husband.
Yeah, but he wasn't going against it. He was on the inside.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
But she didn't believe it. He was doing it the right way, so she went off and did something else and caused so much
chaos. That's what they do in every TV show. That's what they design their roles to be, just chaos.
See, Regina, the end of the show sucked, though. I wish they would have done another season.
Me too.
There's another show, I don't know if y'all seen it, called Jericho. I still think that show is one of the better shows.
I love Jericho.
I bring that show up. That was a good show, man.
I don't like the way it ended, though.
You said what?
I don't like the way Jericho ended. It ended like,
you could tell
it was done.
Yeah, they was just like, all right, we got to finish the show.
But yeah.
Should I even talk about this?
No. You can if you want to. We have some people that probably love to touch on this subject. We'll do quick. Just run through it.
Yeah, we'll just run through it. All right. We'll just do something quick.
Do we have to listen to her talk?
I'm just going to play the little part she said. Let me just... Yeah, I don't feel like even going too deep into it no more. When I first heard it just pissed me off.
Well,
now I'm just like...
fire in you.
Yeah, now it's just like, I don't know if y'all know this person.
It didn't bother me at all.
It was just like, really? Well, I'm just going to play what she said. We'll discuss.
Catch his bullets.
So you know how we be kicking that there's a difference between white mama biracials and black mama biracials, right? This is an actual sociological phenomenon that I really think we could trace back to slavery. Stay with me. So back in the day, the child would take on the status of the mother, which means that no matter how much blackness you had in you, if your mama was a slave, your mama could have been a mulatto, a quadroon, a full black woman. If she was a slave, you would therefore be a slave. So you had children who had white slave owner daddies, but were being raised, the labor of raising was on their black enslaved mothers. And whether or not we want to admit it, culture came out of slavery, right? So not only were these children taking on the status of being enslaved, they were taking on the whole culture of being enslaved. They were taking on norms, music, language, etc. They were seeing themselves as black people, regardless of their genetic makeup. And their black enslaved mothers had to navigate that with them. They had to raise them through that. And white men were able to continue procreating these biracial children with no consequence. So much so that there were laws saying you couldn't technically grape a black enslaved woman because black enslaved women were naturally promiscuous. But on the flip side, black enslaved men weren't really having kids with white women like that. They literally would be caught dead if they did. White women would still sexually assault them, or if there was a sexual relationship, the black men would just be accused of assault if they got caught. And we've seen that play out for.
Now, I just want to say this point. She said, she made a point that the Caucasian woman would assault her slaves. But then she said also if there was just a relationship. We don't like to bring this up. There was just relationships between the black women and the Caucasian men on the plantations as well. The show Underground, one of the first shows I ever seen, they actually put that on TV. I've never seen nobody put it on TV the way they did.
But she wasn't doing it for.
And my point isn't that she loved them or nothing. That it was quote unquote consensual.
She was doing it to have privileges in the beginning.
They all do that. That's what it's all for.
For decades. So by the time that interracial relations became legal, there had been centuries of white men being able to rape impregnate black women, and black women having to raise those children as their own and embed them within slave culture and black culture. But black men never had to do that same type of labor. If anything, black men actually being able to legally be with white women was a way for them to remove themselves from their blackness. Coveting a white woman became a form of like a revolutionary act, because then you're coveting the white man's woman. This literally explains so much, because black men, in the context of interracial relationships, black men never had to have the labor of having a biracial child and yet still having to explain and raise that child in the status of your own, having to explain.
And that's the part I want to talk. So what she's saying is black men never had to tell their biracial kid they're black. That I was going to go further into this, but I'm kind of over at this point. But what she was saying basically is the elite biracial thing, where a biracial person with a Caucasian father somehow is more in tune with their blackness because of their mother than a biracial kid with a black father and a non-black mother. So in a situation like that, you're saying that the father, who actually is the one who creates the culture and the woman teaches it.
Exactly. I think that's what she was saying.
No, that's not what she's saying.
Oh, well,
she's saying the culture is through the woman in general.
The culture is through the man, and the woman's supposed to teach.
So exactly.
The children.
Exactly. So if a person has a black father and a non-black mother, the mother more than likely dates that. Now, I'm not saying all that's always the case. Is with that black man for his culture. Because they're not. They usually engulf themselves in that culture.
Oh, you talking about the white women? They always get the short. What they call it, the white woman haircut?
Yeah, they always get the haircut
with the hoop earrings.
They actually call it the Karen cut now.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. That's how you know they with a black man.
So I'm not saying that. My point is, it's not about their blackness doesn't come from a biracial person who claims to be a certain race. Usually it's just luck of the draw. Because in most cases, it is what it is. They end up being with the non-black parent. They usually identify with that culture more as far as their dating and stuff. But what this person right here pointed out is that this idea of an elite biracial because of the mother, it kind of really reinforces the idea that a better partnering is with a non-black man. It's almost justifying the act for the woman and making it a bad thing for the man when it should be the same for both.
Well, once again, we have the woman that's talking. Ain't her father? Wasn't her father Cuban
white.
or
He's
white?
Cuban. Yeah, he's Cuban.
Puerto Rican or something?
Yeah, white Cuban. Yeah.
So once again, you have somebody coming from that area talking about this. It's always somebody that's non-black American that be talking about this type of stuff.
Well, her mother is black American.
My father ain't. It cancels it out.
I was gonna go further into that because I had some other stuff, but it's just like, yeah, whatever.
Are you supporting Judge Joe Brown?
Hold on, I'm gonna get to it. Calm down.
Okay.
You gonna donate?
Hell no, I ain't donating.
You gonna donate to the judge? He on our channel.
Oh, we did get some views.
He gave
off
some
of
most
Judge.
views on our whole channel.
I can slip him a couple of dollars.
Judge Joe Brown, mayor of Memphis, highest and best qualified leader. Send Brown downtown.
Oh course. Yeah, he is from Memphis. He's from Tennessee. So is Tina Turner.
Yeah, we see now. You brought up Tina Turner.
I ain't say nothing.
But you still won't do a reaction to
I
what he
won't
said.
because I don't have no.
But you watched the movie
evidence or
about
proof.
Ike Turner being a bad person.
Because that was what was presented in the movie.
So you won't want to watch his
Ike
version
came
of
out
it?
with his version.
Okay.
So,
Y'all gonna vote for Judge Joe Brown?
Yeah, I can tell you what they saying.
Gonna vote for the judge? Mark Lamont Hill call him a fake judge, TV judge.
That was so disrespectful what Mark Lamont Hill did.
Oh, you about to say the wrong name?
No, I wasn't gonna disrespect that man. I don't disrespect people.
Oh, you don't disrespect people now?
No.
All right. U.S. Appeals Court rejects Biden's bid to revive student debt plan. So it fell through. Now they're trying to get it back up. They also got mad. The rail workers got mad because there was a big scare that he was about to screw them over.
There wasn't states suing him saying, no, we're not gonna,
Yeah,
you're not gonna be able to do that in this state.
Yeah, a couple of states went to the Supreme Court to try and get them to strike it down, but they said no. Thanks to Amy Comey. How you say her name? Comey? Amy Comey. She's the one that she allowed it to continue through.
Oh, with the one on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, the one that Trump put in the seat.
Hold on. Don't try to throw a little salt on Mr. Trump's name.
How did we get here? Exactly. All right. I want to show this right here. This is a quick one. Crypto billionaire died in a mysterious helicopter crash after another passenger canceled last minute. He had 2 children and a wife and was worth $20 billion.
What a coincidence.
Okay, that's just one. No big deal. Crypto founder unexpectedly died at 30 in his sleep. His company had recently been rewarded a $3 billion evaluation. All right. It's 2. On Tuesday, November 22nd, he jumped from a 5th floor of a hotel in España, Spain. His suicide in the career as an international broker that was a brief and irregular as cryptocurrencies he handled. That's 3 cryptocurrency.
They mean lightly pushed?
Yeah, he pushed himself off a roof. Paranoid crypto millionaire drowns in Puerto Rico after retweeting that CIA and Mossad were after him.
The Mossad?
Families say no foul play, but friends are suspicious about his sudden death.
Yeah,
So wait,
we know why the family said no foul play.
so the family is like, he good. It's unfortunate. But the friends are like, nah, this is not how it went down.
Because the family been told
Shut
what's
up.
gonna happen to them if they talk.
Family been warned.
And they're listening and taking heed. Now, we supposed to be like, do what you got to do. We gonna get this out here. And then we pop up dead.
Yeah.
That's how it go.
Democrats now have access to 6 years of Donald Trump's tax return. They did years.
They've been obsessed over President Trump's tax returns, and they finally got them. Great for you. And you found nothing.
Well, we haven't seen what they found yet.
They ain't gonna find nothing.
I
Because
mean-
he's a upright, standing citizen.
Oh,
who
here you go with this bullshit.
does not abuse America. He's a patriot. Why would he do that to his country? He pays his taxes.
He said he don't. He said, I'm smart because I don't. Judge Joe says Tina was a demon and Ike was the man. Exactly. Travis don't want to talk about that though.
No,
Judge Joe Brown said Tina shot somebody. One of her. He said she was a pimp. He said she shot one of the Jackson. Was it the Jackson brother? She put a gun to his head and shot the gun and missed. Now you ain't got nothing to say.
What I will say is, I wish Mr. Ike Turner was able to put out his
Did he pass away?
side of the movie. Yes, he did pass away.
Exactly.
But he had a chance to put out his movie before
Did
he passed away.
To who? Who gonna work with him?
There are people that would have worked
Who?
with him.
Give me one.
I ain't gonna start naming names.
Exactly. Remember, he was done. If they can take out these crypto guys had no exactly. And the crypto thing, they had no control of it in the beginning, so now they're trying to regulate it, but they got to get rid of some people, you know. They got to move shit around right quick. Crypto being down right now, it'll be back up in about 2 years. All of a sudden, it'll shoot back up.
Balenciaga
issues another apology amid backlash over disturbing BDSM and campaign featuring children. So they had another apology that came out recently.
Save your apologies.
And more and more stuff is coming out from this. You got a couple of celebrities starting to come out and, you know, showing themselves burn they We saw a black dude burn his Balenciaga
He's a
shoes.
celebrity or
not just celebrity. I'm about to say celebrities and regular, just the everyday people burning and destroying and denouncing Balenciaga.
Yes, he should.
Now hold on, that man was willing to burn his Balenciaga shoes.
Look at what Balenciaga out here doing.
No. Nike, what they doing? They got sweat camps in China.
They getting paid.
No, they not.
Shit.
You wouldn't wear that?
Well, what's the difference between the regular workers in China? They not getting paid shit no way. But hold on, they making that shit over there for like $2 or $3 and getting charged all that money over here.
You're trying to defend this. They're not getting paid.
I don't know if they're not getting paid. I don't know anything about that. Do you have articles of reference? And
there's hundreds. The people got documented. People went into the factories and secretly recorded stuff, investigated it.
That's what these people say.
Okay.
So
there's good people on both. There's bad people on both sides, huh?
But all sides.
Scrap Balenciaga campaign featured book by a painter whose works include castrated toddlers. So there was a stack of books in one of the pictures, and when the author once had a photo shoot, Balenciaga, that referenced a dude who did this, basically. They scrapped the campaign, but it's their nature.
Is the baby shitting on the floor?
No.
Oh.
That's what's more.
No,
that's what
the
caught
whole
your
thing
eye?
is disturbing, but shitting on the floor is nasty too.
Okay. Let me go back up right quick. Hold on. Balenciaga has taken a hit yet again over photos from an ad campaign that shows a book featuring a Belgian artist whose work include depictions of castrated toddlers. Photos of the brand's now canceled spring 2023 ad campaign shows French actress Isabella Huppert posed in a Manhattan office with a stack of books behind her. Notably, in that stack of books is a title celebrating Belgian painter whose works frequently featured children. The David Zwirner Gallery in Hong Kong, where Fire of the Storm has been shown, described his paintings as toddlers engaged in playful but mysterious acts with sinister overtones and in situations of violence. In the same ad, a $3,000 Balenciaga Adidas handbag. Isn't it funny how the Kanye thing popped off? He got dropped by Adidas and Balenciaga, and now both those companies are tied together in these ad campaigns featuring children.
I didn't even know what Balenciaga was. So,
isn't it funny how now they're tied at the hip in this controversy? Even though Adidas been quiet as hell, was shown sitting
like
in
a whole what?
Like a hole in church, shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Was shown sitting on a desk alongside paperwork from a 2008 Supreme Court decision, U.S. versus Williams, which confirmed the promotion of child pornography is illegal and not protected by freedom of speech. Now, they put this in there on purpose. And I saw somebody point this out. This is something called karmic retribution. So basically, they purposely tell you what they're going to do. This is what Satanists believe. They purposely tell you what they're going to do so they can't be accused of being deceitful or lying.
That's what Hollywood movies is about.
That's all it's about. They tell you in a movie what they believe, what they do. And then when you find out they do it, they be like, well, we told you. There's a movie. I forgot the name of the movie with what's the guy that got in the case with the girl for the abuse and he won?
Oh, Mr. Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp was in a movie about adrenochrome. He's in a movie about it.
Boy.
And now we find out what it is, and it's like, oh, there's this movie from back in the day where he played in, they was doing this in Hollywood.
Did y'all see these celebrities during the pandemic?
They look crazy.
Have y'all seen Don Lemon lately?
Don Lemon aged about 10 years in a summer.
Who was the other person? Hell, all of them.
Yeah, all of them. All of them aged.
Rihanna
Madonna
has aged.
You see Madonna?
Terribly.
Madonna during the pandemic was looking, she looked, plastic and fake already, but without that, whatever that is, she looked like a damn zombie.
Some of them wasn't able to get their fix.
Yeah, they was bad. Kanye, now look at this. This is the agent of chaos I was talking about. Kanye West stands with Balenciaga amid scandal and gets suspended from Twitter. Kanye West announced his support for Balenciaga after the fashion house was slammed for its controversial ad campaign featuring children and found himself suspended from the platform after a series of wild tweets. I stand by Balenciaga and denounce all witch hunts, and I cancel culture. Jesus is king. Ending trafficking doesn't start or end with fashion campaign for Christ's sake. He then said in the second tweet, which featured a picture of himself, never turn our backs down, Dema. He and Balenciaga family for life. Cancel culture. Jesus, please heal. You got nothing to say? The damn agent, he just called it as much of a distraction as he can.
Is he being? That's his purpose right now, to cause distractions.
Now back to this Balenciaga situation. Now they started talking about these celebrities.
Look at Lizzo.
Huh?
Look at Lizzo.
They started talking about these celebrities and who's not saying things. Now look at this right here. Have we heard anything from Beyonce and Jay-Z?
No.
Have you heard anything from Monica? That one hurt.
It does, but we know she's part of the industry, so we
I remember
think nothing else.
I remember when her and Keisha Cole had that verses, and somebody in the comment section said,
her and Keisha Cole.
Was it Keisha Cole?
Her and Brandy?
I'm sorry,
Brandy.
Brandy.
You're so disrespectful to Brandy. It's ridiculous. Why do you have against that woman? You know damn well Monica didn't do no verses with no damn Keisha Cole.
It was an honest mistake, bro. Damn.
It wasn't no honest mistake. Stop shitting on Brandy.
Okay. Her and Brandy, the goddess.
No. Don't try to mock me and try to say my Brandy the goddess. Don't bullshit me.
It was an honest
know
mistake.
what you did. It won't no honest mistake.
I remember when she had verses and somebody said, Monica make music for people who live with their grandma.
Oh, because she had on them long ass flip flops.
Oh man, but Monica, I haven't seen anything. Cardi B,
that turtle,
and Rihanna.
Rihanna look terrible.
Damn, Trey, what you going on Rihanna for? What Rihanna do to you?
She look like she 40-something years old. She's supposed to be 34. She's supposed to be 30 something.
Why y'all
she
keep
looks
believing
40
these
something.
ages on Google and stuff?
Well, they need to stop lying about their age.
Like, y'all keep believing these ages of these people. Now I want to show this right here.
They work in a regular job and they know if they work in a regular job and they know if they say anything to their manager, then they'll lose their position, they'll lose their job.
Right.
You know, they tried to destroy me in press. They tried to destroy all of my businesses at the same time, and the world saw it, and no one's saying anything. You know, as far as like none of the celebrities, so this just shows you all celebrities are controlled. You don't see no celebrities talking about the Balenciaga situation.
Now, this is how you know this dude really is bipolar. Because he said this before. Now he's saying he stands with them because cancel culture.
So he's saying he has to stand with anybody or any organization that's being canceled.
I guess
because
so.
he's being canceled.
So he don't support canceling.
But what does he support?
This is the photographer who took these pictures. And you can see cannibal corpse.
Crazy. You can tell she crazy.
This is the type of stuff she has on her Instagram. Now, from an art standpoint,
that ain't no art.
Listen. I think what they're trying to say with this, having this little girl tied up with Meta, is saying how these children are trapped or imprisoned with technology. This is what they'll say.
Can say what the real thing is.
It's about tying up a little girl.
Exactly.
This is how they'll flip it. Like, oh, they were saying something. Look at this. Little boy.
What is this saying?
Tortured. This is the type of stuff that a photographer for
the fields are torturing the kids.
Now, this reminded me of Ping Pong Pizza when the Pizzagate thing popped up, and I went to the guy who owns the restaurant. I went to his Instagram. This is when it first happened, and these are the type of pictures he had on his Instagram. He showed a little girl taped up, and in the comments is like they try to make it like it's just a joke. It's nothing serious. Another picture that was on there was Obama playing ping pong with a little boy at the White House. Apparently, Obama called for pizza to be delivered from this place. See, that's him. That's his. Let me zoom in. That's the guy, Jimmy Comet from Comet Pizza. He delivered pizza to the White House, and why did he bring a little boy with him? This is how sick these people is. But he has a lot. He had a lot more weirder stuff on his Instagram that I'm not going to go into. But it just reminded me of that when I saw the picture of the photographer and the stuff she was putting on her Instagram. These people are weird, but it's their nature. And of course, it got deleted.
What got deleted?
It got deleted. Are you kidding me?
What?
Something I was gonna show got deleted. See, I know. I should have screen recorded it. Ah, damn it. No, there was a thread about the photographer.
Oh.
And I guess they deleted it. They made her delete it. So I'm just gonna show this. Fuck it. Guess who else is a part of Balenciaga? Ella Emhoff, Kamala Harris' stepdaughter, walks for Balenciaga at Paris
Stepdaughter.
Couture.
You sure they ain't a stepson?
Yeah, that's what when people first saw this person, they assumed it was a transgender.
Oh, okay.
But apparently that's not the case. Now I want to show.
I guess we got to go along with the. If they say.
Now I don't know if y'all saw this yet. A lot of people was doing this yesterday, but I found out that if you type Balenciaga in Latin and translate it to English, it comes out to "do what you want," which is basically the same thing we've all heard from the infamous sweater that we saw Jay-Z wear, "Do What I Will," which he got from Aleister Crowley, the Satanist. We know this already. Oh. Okay, I just went to the next one. Okay, now I want to show this. Okay. There was I didn't know this. Did y'all know that Lady Gaga and R. Kelly has a song called "Do What You Want"?
Nope. Which is Balenciaga.
Now we know that R. Kelly has his allegations. He's sitting in the prison.
Allegations. Okay.
We know the stuff he was accused of doing in the studio. But he has a song with Lady Gaga called "Do What You Want," and we know also he's connected to Aaliyah. I want to show, and hopefully this pops up. Okay, good. Now, Kim Kardashian, when she came out after the Balenciaga thing started, she refused to cut ties with him. She was like, basically, I'm glad that he apologized. Kim Kardashian is friends with, what's this woman name? She's the one that linked up with Jay-Z.
Homegirl.
She's a witch. She's the one who was doing the blood.
And the Clintons too.
Spirit cooking. Yeah, she was one that did some spirit cooking. I think she did some spirit cooking with Clinton.
She mixes blood
with every other. She mixed blood with all the other liquids.
Any body fluids you have.
Yeah. So this is what they're into. Oh, hold on. She wore Aaliyah's iconic crystal bra in photos for birthday weekend. Now, this was November 21st of this year. And you asked the question, why do these people keep wearing Aaliyah's clothing and how she dresses? And you go, well, they copying her because, she's supposed to be iconic. You pay respects by wearing the clothing. But when you find out how these people are linked together, it becomes a lot more interesting. So I'm going to drop down to this right here. There was a scene in the TV show American Horror Story.
Witch Coven.
My sweet.
About a witches. Now, Lady Gaga was also on American Horror Story. I think it was on a separate episode or season.
It was the next season after that.
So in this scene, I'm sure y'all already seen this. Yeah, Marina yeah, I know I said thank you. Yeah, that's it. Kim K being a good Christian. That's what Kanye said. Kanye said she's a Christian. Now on this show, American Horror Story, this was a scene. Let me just play it. They put it in your face.
Well, you know who's the creator of this show.
Who?
He's part of that community.
Oh yeah.
Explaining why the next season
Mm-hmm. Now the next season, Lady Gaga was on the show and she played a witch. Did she play a witch?
She was a vampire.
A vampire. Which is funny because Obama just had a speech at a rally and he said you got to choose between vampires and werewolves. Think about it for a second.
Who the werewolves? Oh, he's talking about the Democratic Party and the Republican Party?
He said you got to choose between vampires and werewolves.
I would say the Democratic Party is the vampires, and the Republican is the werewolves.
Yeah. Lady Gaga American Horror Story performance is her greatest reinvention yet.
She didn't do shit.
We Are a Family, Meet My Magical Children, American Horror Story. And then look at it. Kim Kardashian mocked for exuding American Horror Story vibes in Max outfit at Balenciaga event. So she dressed like the American Horror Story character at a Balenciaga event. And this was this year, July 7, 2022. And of course, Kanye's involved in this. So when Kanye when he ran for president and he was crying for his kids, or when they announced this divorce between these two, and he was saying, "You're not taking my kids away from me. Come and get me." What was he saying?
Balenciaga was trying to get his kids?
Was it Balenciaga?
Or was his kids up for sale?
I'm going to show this last picture right here and read some comments. This is Lady Gaga at a spirit cooking. You know how they do this thing where they create these fake bodies and have people eat from it? They did the same thing. A black artist did this. He made a cake out of a black man. A cake that like a black man and had these white people eating from it.
We know what they ate, what they saved for last to eat.
And call it the, what's the name of that book? The Delectable Negro. I read some of that book, boy. Yeah, it's hard to get through that book. I'm going to say that. But this is kind of what he was doing. They do something similar here. All right, let me go through some of this. Yes, they are. It's their nature. But Sam McFreed is still walking around giving interviews. Exactly. The man stole. The man was stealing millions. But guess who he gave it to? He gave it to the Democrats, so they got to be cool with it. These people are sick. Who's publishing these books? The same people who there was a book. What's the name of this book? The same people who will publish Aleister Crowley's book, honestly. I mean, a known Satanist want to publish, and you publish it for him. Like,
what in the Willy Wonka?
They are so-called, that so-called art reminds me of children who may have been abused sexually as well as turned into MK Ultra soldiers, like in the movie Salt. Yeah. I bet they all friends. Oh, she everywhere. I mean, apparently she fell out with Jay-Z because she sued him because he owed her some money. I said, just like a nigga that owes some money. How you owe a witch some money? That's dangerous.
You damn right that's dangerous.
But I guess he feel like I got witches too.
Beyonce, you're a witch.
I got multiple
Beyonce say
witches.
you come with your spells, I come with my spells.
So
it's it's like American Horror Story. It's the voodoo versus the witches.
Yeah. What is the Willy what as in Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp? Yeah. No. I forgot the name of the movie. He was I can't remember. He was a talent agent or something like that in the movie. And he was like this high-wired guy, like high-energy guy, like he was on cocaine. And somebody in the industry introduced him to this drug. And he started using it. And he said, it make you feel young, it make you look better, all that other stuff. I forgot the name of the movie. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yeah, that's it. And she said it right.
Ooh.
She said that's it. That's the name of it. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I think. He still has his contract with them. If you listen to one of his videos, he said he was going to save for clothing for $20. That's because he gets discount in his contract. So that's why he coming out talking about some defending them. Don't counsel on nobody. You won't get a whole book with Google the Adrenochrome Witch by none other than Sean P. Diddy Combs. Really?
Buddy Love
out here talking about. Oh wow. We weren't going to hear anything because they're all part of what's going on. They're okay with satanic worship. Meanwhile, Kanye wearing their mask while giving an interview. Exactly. Pastor Darby said, we don't know how wicked wickedness is. He was so right. These some sick bastards. Well, when I was younger, I remember when I first saw something tragic on Facebook. Y'all know that infamous video of the cartel cutting those two dudes' heads off. That was the first time I saw that type of violence. Then I saw a YouTube video of it was a Caucasian dude. This had to be like 2010. He used to go to all the mass shooting sites on a map. We can see the whole zoomed out map on Google Maps. and he would draw and always find what they call the little horn, which is Satan.
Mm-hmm.
So in every mass killing, he was able to find the outline of this creature, and that scared me. I mean, me and my cousin watched it with Paul, and we was like sitting there like, this is crazy. And then you start to learn what these people in the industry are into. You go, we think evil is being mean. We think evil is hitting somebody, killing somebody. No, evil is different. When you call somebody wicked, that means something. There's a difference between a wicked person and a person who do something bad. That's different types of.
And they so far deep in it. The only way out of it is death.
Yeah, they tie themselves in. Yeah. There she is. Kim K being a good Christian. For a while before the Balenciaga story, I was confused as to why Salima, I know her name, was attracted to in her Neanderthal-looking billionaire hubby. But now, eyes wide shut coupling. Yeah, ain't the family worth tens of billions of dollars?
Yep.
I said, wow, you leave Hollywood and marry a ultra billionaire.
An ultra Satanist.
It's funny because a lot of these women do that. We saw they may not get those type of billionaires, but they get with these billionaires because they get rented out. Apparently she was able to keep hers. American Horror Story is great for a cult case study. Yeah, they do everything in that show. And it's funny because it's called American Horror Story. It's almost like they're telling you in your face, this is the real America. This is really what's going on. But you just don't know it. Yeah. I find it hard to watch that stuff. Them vampire reps, werewolves, I agree. It's very hard to watch, yeah. All right.
Yeah, the Dems just suck you dry.
Yeah, they tell you sweet words because vampires are known for being charismatic.
But you know that there's a movie with what's the name of that movie with the woman?
What movie?
It's literally werewolves versus vampires. You know that woman, she had trilogies. What's the name of that movie? Underground.
The book series.
Underworld. Is it Underworld?
Underworld's one. I thought you were talking about the teenage show movie. The one everybody hated.
Buffy?
Jacob versus
Oh no, I ain't talking about no damn.
You talking about Underworld though?
Twilight. Lord, y'all remember the Twilight phase? Jesus Christ!
It lasted for about 4 or 5 years.
Had white people in a frenzy.
Like, and think about it for a second. We went from Twilight, where the most popular form of media featured werewolves and vampires, to zombies with The Walking Dead.
Well, we know who the damn zombies is.
Like they made, remember back in like the 50s and stuff, they wouldn't even let this stuff be on television.
I see zombies all day walking around.
So this had to be between 2007 till about 2014.
White Walkers.
We went from vampires, werewolves to zombies to now we're at a level where a scary movie could have anything in it. Like they just put all type of creatures, and now they go back to Greek mythology and all the other stuff to bring these creatures back to life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me show this. This is another Balenciaga situation. I don't know what kids and babies and all this stuff got to do with the clothing line.
Come on, dude.
Your bag.
In my bag, like stuff for baby.
This is like, can we do a what's in your bag? Yeah, can we do a what's in the bag, please? Should I hold it for you and you can take the things out?
Excuse me. Yeah. Look, there's like when she starts to cry, like then when she's gonna pee, I don't know. Then when she's boring.
Now that teddy bear, somebody looked through all the pictures of that Balenciaga ad campaign. The same teddy bear was in every last one of the pictures. Now some people say that teddy bears hold significance. Obviously, we know some kids are known for carrying around teddy bears when they're younger. But they said a teddy bear represents something more sinister to these type of people. And we know also that kids who are abused, they tend to have a certain relationship with their, what they would call friends, their teddy bears. So we can make an argument that this teddy bear represents sexual abuse.
Yeah. Everybody after the kids.
All of them.
That's what it's all about, kids.
And that's what's crazy. When I remember when that Me Too thing was going on, and I was like, oh, we're going to get to the kids? We're gonna talk about the little girls, the little boys? Huh?
They ain't never get to the kids. That dude Corey from the Lost Boys.
Corey Feldman, what his name is, Feldman. He came out and was like, yeah, we're going to get to this. I'm going to make a documentary. And it was like, nothing.
It ain't never going to happen.
And I'm like, all these people got all this attention about what goes on these casting couches and no one brought up kids. That's like the most prominent thing in Hollywood. The kids. What they doing to them? Their parents are selling these kids into this industry. That's what that TV show that Regina brought up, Gigolo. What's it called?
American
Gigolo. It's about them selling these kids into Hollywood to be sex kittens.
Little boys and little girls.
Little boys and little girls.
All ages.
Lost fact-checking image from Disney series of children holding "We Love Satan" placards are missing context. So Reuters and a lot of these other places try to say that this right here, this right here is not full context of what was going on.
We already know what they gonna say.
Now I'm gonna show the actual clip. We love you, Satan. This isn't a Disney show. Disney.
Everybody already know about the infamous Disney cartoons where Disney in the mirror, in the window, it shows stuff and
the stuff they be saying. When you get older, you go watch these movies and shows, you go, what? They were saying that type of stuff in the show? But Sesame Street is kind of known for it at this point. You go back and watch Sesame Street, they talking crazy. This is why I remember somebody had a joke with a Cat Williams. One of these comedians said, I would never let my kid watch Sesame Street. I would listen to this. I would listen to it. They were saying stuff crazy.
And she laughing. Ain't nothing funny about that. That's supposed to be like, what?
And then they tell the kids to spell it correctly. And now it says Santa. But we know Santa is Satan.
Exactly.
When you look up the history of Christmas, or Sam, what they call it, is a Sam? No. What's the word they use? Because there's different versions of them. Not Sam Hain. What's the other one? They have a word for Santa.
His name?
Yeah.
Nicholas?
No.
Saint Nick? Damn.
No, I'm talking about the one over in Europe.
Oh,
I forgot the word.
Or Santa Pete. You remember that one too?
No, that's Saint Pete. That's the little niglet that
I know.
Be with him in Germany. But Santa represents Satan, and if you look at the true history of Christmas and where it came from, it has nothing to do with the Bible. It has nothing to do with who they call Jesus. Nothing to do, nothing. Why would you show a light on somebody who was born in the time of death, which is what winter is? Everything dies in the winter. Which is crazy because we start our year in the winter.
Something doesn't die in the winter. That's why they put it up in their house and make a little Christmas tree out of it every year.
Yeah, the Christmas tree. It's the only thing that don't die in the winter. And another thing that's crazy is in the Bible it tells you, do not go and cut down trees and decorate it with gold and silver. Ain't that something? Anyway, let me move on. Let me go back out. Come on. I didn't even go through this. Oh, yeah, I want to show you this. And they got a bunch of food with these type of names.
Yeah, Morningstar.
Morningstar. That's a food. That's food
plant based.
And it's plant based. Morningstar is another word for Lucifer.
Yeah.
Or the light bearer.
These been out.
I'm saying, like, they got food with these type of names, and they do it in your face.
You know what? The funny part is, I've never eaten a Morningstar brand.
Yeah. There's something ain't right with it.
Something ain't right with it.
Spirit don't sit right with you.
He's another one that has aged horribly.
This is another one. Tom Hanks. Yeah, Tom Hanks. Y'all remember this? During the pandemic, there was a few. What's his name? Spade. What's his name?
Kevin Spade.
Not Kevin Spade. The comedian dude.
David
Spade kept talking about Tom Hanks being in Australia. He kept making these weird videos.
Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, man, but
somebody gotta call him up. He's not answering the phone. But people made this hilarious story that he went to Australia because they protect a certain segment of people. Them in I think it's either Spain or Italy, one of those. Was where Roman Polanski ran to.
Ella was on house arrest.
Yeah, Ella was on house arrest, and
it was something about Oprah too.
Oh, they said Oprah was in jail. They said Oprah was in jail. And you can see how he looked from 2020 to 2021.
That's when the shit went downhill for celebrities.
And by the way, this is another thing, how they lie to you. Why would they give an Oscar to somebody who's supposed to be, like, what's his name? Zelensky. They give them actor awards. And you're surprised when you find out that they're not what they say they are. What's his name? Chris Cuomo. Didn't they give him an award, an Emmy or something?
He got an Emmy.
Why would they give him an award? Hollywood.
Because he was acting like
he had
he just had this COVID thing under control in New York, but meanwhile, elderly people being slaughtered.
Yeah,
by one another.
The old folks' home was a damn
death trap.
It was a death trap.
Instead of it being a trap house.
I'm not even gonna show that. I'm not gonna show the busy.
It was a trap house. They were trapped.
Yeah, they were trapped. Yeah, that's not funny. It's not funny. Here we go.
Here we go. Get the bots out. We got some people being.
She got it. Teddy bears, butterflies, animal print, so much sexual abuse.
Definitely the butterflies. We know what butterflies is.
Yeah, when you see these, especially the females, they have these butterfly tattoos all up their arm and
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Have y'all noticed every major rapper or R&B singer always has a tattoo on their shoulder?
Yeah, they get cheetah print and all that other stuff. That symbolizes the sex kitten altar that they have in their mind. So
not everyone like Sierra don't have one that we know. We haven't seen her whole body. Beyonce don't have a tattoo on her arm, but like in Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole, who else? Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Little Kim, all of them, they got tattoos.
She said they go for the children to traumatize them in many reasons, but for the reset and next civilization being created in part to remove memories of the former. Well, we know it does cause psychological trauma. I remember who was it? Pastor Darby, when he read the manifesto. And he said that they're preparing to create a new civilization out of this. Like, we're gonna at some point dominate everything, and we're gonna make everything in our image. Yeah, net cycle of programming. This is what the Catholic Church is about. These bishops even in America, there was a bishop who was convicted in a Catholic church. I guess they had a court, the Catholic Church court. He was convicted of having relationships with men and children, but he was not. No criminal charges were brought against him. They think they redeemed themselves through the children. There's a smoothie called Soylent Green too. Truth is stranger than truth is stranger than, yes it is. This is why we don't need TV no more. This is why the TV shows is dull. It's like they can't do nothing because you see it for what it really is.
You look at a TV show, you instantly able to figure it out in the first episode.
Yeah, the first episode you go, okay, we know what this is. Okay,
either I'm gonna continue watching it or I'm not. At this point, you shouldn't be watching TV for entertainment. You should be watching TV to see what they're planning next,
what they're pushing out there, what they're trying to do, their agendas.
That's what we do.
I try to look at some television show. You can get a little bit of, okay, this is kind of interesting, but most of the time you end up looking at it with a totally different eye. 10 minutes into the show.
Like peripherals.
Exactly.
They call the metaverse Sims.
Which is funny because there's a game called Sims. It's about living an alternate life.
But it's different though. Is
it? You build a whole world.
No, I'm saying it's not like the metaverse. You can't go into it.
Well, now you can.
Well, yeah.
They just didn't have to they didn't release the technology then, because we know a lot of the technology they released, they be having it 20, 30 years before they let us get it. So once again,
it's something to escape reality and go into fantasy world.
Yeah. Non-binary Biden nuclear official charged with stealing woman's 2.3K luggage at airport.
This is a fucking government official.
He's a government
stealing
official.
Bags.
I don't know if he's transgender or drag. I don't know.
What's the difference?
They consider that two different things now. He stole from a civilian. He stole a woman's bag and was charged. Like, this is on paper. Look at this. These androgynous looking people. Like,
it's scary.
And normally he has a beard.
Look like a demon.
Normally he has a beard. So he
look like that. You know who he looked like? He looked that thing off the sale.
That's a yeah. I remember. Y'all remember that movie Cell?
That scared me when he said, "Where do you come from?"
Yeah, I remember.
I was scared as hell when I was little.
That movie was scary. It was the most
demonic.
Now I want to go back and see who directed that movie and look at that movie again because
J-Lo was in that movie.
The movie was about that was his mind.
Yep,
she went into good. It's so
she had to go into the little boy. She was in the peripheral. She was in a little boy mind, but to defeat him, she had to bring him into her world.
Yeah,
to her mind. He was a demon.
It's literally the show Peripheral.
Yeah. She dealt with little boys she dealt with kids that had demonic forces on them.
So they used technology to perform exorcisms.
Pretty much.
Biden admin won't say if non-binary official charged with stealing woman's luggage was still getting paid. They're still giving him a check. And this is him with his beard, like normal. What is going on? This is who Biden put in his administration.
Well, that says a lot about our commander-in-chief.
This is why Russia and all these other Eastern countries, Eastern European countries, this is how they talk about America the way they
mockery.
Do. Yeah. Look at this. Gay poly throuple makes history, lists 3 dads on birth certificate.
And of course they got a little boy.
So the next generation is, as Virginia said.
So he'll go out and do what? He'll have 6.
Mm-hmm. Let's move forward. Come on. Oh yes, I didn't want to show this because it's a little nudity. I'm not gonna surf through it. This is a tranny. I don't know if this is what type of restaurant club this is. Walking around with a little kid
with their chest out.
This is now normalized.
Well, like that little boy who was a drag, he going to drag shows and strip clubs and falling out on Good Morning America.
Now look at it. Yeah, like Alexa. Yeah, exactly. Next type of programming is a smoothie. Still in the bag was the most normal thing about him. Yeah, being a thief was normal. That was the normal part. That was like, okay, we got thieves. We seen that before. And look at this. Biden, Jewish leader. This is 2013. Jewish leaders drove gay marriage changes.
We know that's the culture.
Abortion as well. They're the ones that pushed that too back in the day.
Sacrifice the bail.
Look, Vice President Joe Biden is praising Jewish leaders for helping change American attitudes about gay marriage and other issues. Biden says culture and arts change people's attitudes. He cites social media in the old NBC TV series Will and Grace as examples of what changed attitudes on gay marriage. Biden says, quote, think, behind all of that, I bet you 85% of those in charge, whether it's in Hollywood or social media, are a consequence of Jewish leaders in the industry. Is that not anti-Semitic?
What the actors on Will and Grace are what? They're Jewish. Don't tell nobody.
But Biden just said 85% of the people in media in Hollywood that had an influence were Jewish. That's not anti-Semitic. But Kanye just said it in.
Well, that's he's putting them in a praising positive image, so they're okay with that.
Yeah,
but you're not gonna drag their name through the mud and smear them.
Speaking of Jewish, Jeffrey Epstein victims sue several major banks. So these women are suing the banks because they said because they allowed him to continue to do business, he was able to continue to indulge in some of the things he could afford because of it. I'm still wondering why. What's her name?
Maxine.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Why didn't we get the black book?
Because she won't be willing to forfeit up.
Why won't we get the black book? I mean, I had to finally admit that Chris Tucker was on the damn plane, but he went to South Africa. He didn't go to St. James.
Okay, he went and got the African kids. You feel better?
Oh, no. Don't do that to a man.
Shit.
Now, we did get the laws, who was on the thing. I'm not even going to go through all this.
You know what? After all that wickednesses he had done, then he said, I don't want to be a part of the bad Hollywood. I'm going to be a Christian. I don't want to curse or be in movies that are negative. That's what he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
After all that fucked up shit he did, he was trying to repent.
Everything in Elon Musk's bedside table photo, including what appears to be a replica gun on the Buddhist ritual object. Forget everything else. This little thing right here. Who would have thought of Elon Musk is into esoteric beliefs like Buddhism?
They practice that too.
They refer to this as a wand, but in their culture they call it a where is that? Barja Dorj. This is what they call it right here. This thing they said is used to. It's a balance of good and evil, protection. It's basically a wand. It's a witch wand, or in his case, warlock.
No, he a witch.
You think he is trained?
He a witch.
Why?
Warlocks don't have
wands. Yeah, they do. Harry Potter told us that.
Harry Potter
Another
was a
thing that
witch.
programs society to get used to this stuff. The entire
And
Harry
then
Potter,
you had kids out here saying the spells
saying
and
the
shit they were
spells
saying.
and
I'm
words have
glad I
power.
never got into that shit.
People were literally acting like they were witches and sorcerers in the streets.
Harry
They're
Potter
kids.
started in the 7th grade.
The kids, they had the kids doing this. It's crazy. All right. I held y'all a long time too. What's that? Oh, 2:50. Okay.
Oh, you're there.
Oh, we did start 20 minutes late, so it seems. All right, this last segment. Let me. Rental cars used by Secret Service destroyed in fire at airport. Have anybody seen this story? There were rental cars that were rented out by the Secret Service that Biden's family was supposed to be in. At the last second, they didn't use them. And the cars ended up at the rental place burnt or exploded. So some people believe, well, was somebody trying to do something to his family and him? Was this a freak accident at the rental place? Because in the car lot, none of the other cars, except the 6 that was supposed to be for the Biden family, none of the other 6 cars were affected. And none of the other cars in the parking lot were affected.
So it was clearly intentional.
Now, who could have possibly done it?
Well, America has so many enemies.
lot of
Just
enemies.
pick one.
Now, is it possible that somebody planted something in these cars?
It was on a timer.
And could have did something while they was in it, but didn't. Waited till they was parked and nobody was in them, so then exploded. So they could send a message that we could have done something while you was in it. We know the Biden family was not in the vehicles, but if they would have exploded this with Secret Service agents in them, that'd have been almost as big a story.
That's an act of war.
Exactly. So were they sending a message that we could have did this?
We could have got you, but we didn't get you.
We could have touched you.
So just beware what you say next time. Keep your name out your mouth.
Now remember, one of Putin's allies' daughters was killed in a fire blast in a car. The car exploded. Now the dude who's an ally to Putin, he was supposed to be in the car,
but his daughter
at the last second switched with him, and his daughter was killed in the explosion in the car. Is it possible that whoever was associated with this sent a message with the situation with the Secret Service and the rental cars?
Possibly.
And before we go into this, let me hold on. Rihanna's body is so tattered you have to study it. A lot of Kabbalah symbols. Oh,
exactly.
Rihanna, she the one that got all these women getting it tattooed between their breasts.
That's the Egypt.
Yeah, Egyptian winged woman. Yeah, Rihanna. She got a thing on her hand. I forgot what it say. Did you guys touch on the project going on in China? Protest. I'm sorry, going on in China. Maybe Kanye's distraction from what is going on over there. Well, they talking about that. I think that's a distraction. Remember, China's economic system is supposed to be failing right now.
It's pretty bad. So I definitely think China is using this as their citizens, quote unquote, rebelling against the no COVID
zero
policy.
COVID. So y'all dealt with zero COVID for 2 years,
and now all of a sudden y'all like fuck. No.
When the economy is now being shown, their housing system is starting to fall under, go belly up.
We saw the president of China have the ex-president of China escorted out of the conference.
Well, the former president.
Now he's dead.
The former president that Xi Jinping had taken out of
escorted out of there.
He dead now.
He dead. But he worried about his citizens having a protest and uproar.
Remember Hong Kong happened? We forget Hong Kong when all those people was in the streets wanted to separate from China.
And it didn't happen.
And then we found out when it's alleged that America might have had something to do with those Hong Kong protests.
So does America have something to do with this COVID thing that's going on?
So I wouldn't say that Kanye is distracting from the thing going on in China. I think that might be a distraction in itself as well. But who knows? Oh, sorry. Still in the bag with him. Yeah. Like Alexis. Yeah. Alexis, a program machine that talk to you and can answer. That Alexis thing is crazy. You see when people be asking questions to the Alexis on across social media when there was that trend where people were asking this thing questions.
It records you, don't it?
Yeah. When people found that out, they record even when it's off, it's still on. So it's something else you got in your house listening to you. Did y'all see the story? 10-year-old Leslie shoots the mother to death because she wouldn't let him use virtual reality. He said 5 people in his head. He said he has 5 people in his head. Yeah, I was gonna bring that story up because there was also a story of a woman who killed her son because she said he was demonic. He had a demon in him. So I was gonna show those 2 stories and show this little boy is basically saying.
That ain't the first story about the demon. There was another story.
Yeah, there was the
black woman killing.
In the story you're talking about, the little boy is saying he got demons in his head. And in another story, a woman said she killed her son because he had a demon in him.
Dark matter.
So
it's here.
It's crazy. I saw the story. At first he said it was on accident. Then the family came out and said he did it on purpose, straight demonic. Ghislaine don't want to end up like her daddy. She know how to let's make a deal.
The boat.
Well, I thought they were gonna give up Trump. I thought the big thing they were gonna come out of the Ghislaine Maxwell situation was Trump was gonna be connected to Epstein. It's gonna be over for him.
Trump says smile and wave, boys.
But Trump said he's Teleflying Don. He don't get hit with nothing.
Smile and wave.
Yeah, what's the name of that movie?
Happy Feet.
Yeah, no, that's not Happy Feet.
That is Happy Feet.
That's not Happy Feet. Smile and wave, boys. That's not Happy Feet. That's it's Madagascar.
Okay, you're right. That is Madagascar.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
That was pretty good. It was funny.
Yeah.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Did you hear about the story of the father who shot execution by the kids over some more technology? As I said, these kids and parents. It's going down. There's a war between them. It seems there's a lot of these situations happening where these kids are killing their parents or the parents killing the kid. I was seeing
the parents killing each other,
or parents killing each other and the kid. There's a story of a black dude who killed. It was in Charlotte or North Carolina, somewhere in Charlotte, or it was either Charlotte, somewhere in North Carolina, where a dude killed the woman and the kid because she wouldn't want to be with him. They said that's where it started at. But when you read a little bit into that story, there's some weird stuff going on.
It was a story like that in Texas too.
Yeah, so it's a lot of that stuff going on. Hey, are y'all ever going to do a movie breakdown videos ever again? I really enjoy those. Very informative. Yeah, we are. I think somebody asked me that last week. We are going to do some more. I can't lie, them things take a lot of time. We haven't had time the last couple months.
I have been working. I've been working 6 days a week ever since March.
Yeah,
or February. I finally am somewhat of a full staff. So possibly next week, I may only be working 5 days a week.
But even then, we're going to probably wait 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been crazy for the past.
Within the next couple of weeks, we might try to put one out. But I can't lie, that take a lot of time. And yeah, we definitely going to do some more. I definitely like doing them. We already said the next one we were going to do was going to be The Color Purple. It's a lot of stuff in that one.
I wanted to do a breakdown series on Tyler Perry's Ruth.
He wanted to do a comedy series, dissing Tyler Perry. We could do that. We could do that definitely. But yeah, although we might do
do understand y'all like the
breakdown.
The breakdown.
Well, we also might do some stuff on the backup channel. If we don't put it on this one though, I don't know. As above, so below. Exactly. How they said, out of chaos
comes
perfection or something like that. You build through chaos.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. That's how they're trying to make this one world order come about, through chaos. There's going to be somebody that comes along and just is able to solve all the problems, and the people are going to be like, give that person a job.
Look at this. Travis been slave driving hard, y'all. He been whipping them like he master say him. As soon as you said that, he going in. Travis love him some drag. Uh-oh.
You out there in California, so I would be quiet.
Oh, Cali. Yeah, a YouTuber bro Panic recently found
You out there dealing with Adam's apples.
A YouTuber bro Panic recently did an hour build around 90s movies. Yeah, man. I would say this: the energy released in the 80s, really the 70s, really the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There was a lot of stuff in those movies and stuff that you can go into. The 90s was like the end of that era. The 90s was the end of the era of a lot of that energy in those movies. Now it's ain't no soul in a lot of these movies. That's why you keep hearing people say, we don't get movies like in TV shows like 90s black movies or 90s TV shows. The energy gone. So
he did an 8-hour.
Thanks for I'm checking him out. All right, let me get back to this.
I thought that was the hammer from Paul.
Oh yeah, Paul. What's his name? Paul Bunyan. That's his name.
Paul Pelosi. I thought that was the hammer from Paul Pelosi.
I thought you talking about the mythical character that we read about in school.
I said that's Paul's hammer.
Russia Wagner Group sends bloody sledgehammer to EU. So, what they call those groups that do private war companies, security companies, those private security companies. This is one of them, Russia's Wagner Group. They sent a bloodied hammer to the EU. It said video posted on Telegram shows suited lawyer carrying a violin case into a bedroom and placing it on the table. So this is like it was like a mafia type setting. He was clearly sending a warning that we're willing to drop the hammer on you. Because remember, EU just placed Russia on the terrorist. It's a terrorist state basically. So then you almost kind of just declared war without doing it. Now you can just say, the sanctions and stuff we're doing. They also just capped the price of gas or oil, in Russia to $60. Something like $60. And so you can't cap the price of Russia's oil. They can just sell to somebody else.
Exactly.
They just don't have to sell.
How you gonna tell us?
So now now the EU is gonna have to convince the rest of the world
to stop.
They don't pay no more than $60 per gallon.
And they're not gonna listen.
They're gonna say, I need my gas.
They're gonna say, fuck you. And we're buying it.
Yeah, NATO pledges to provide more weapons and fixed power grid. Yeah, there was some Patriot missiles that America sold Poland, and Poland gave them to Germany, and now or they sold to Germany, and Germany gave it to Poland. Now Poland wants to give it to, and then Poland gave it to the EU or NATO. I'm sorry, and now NATO is scared to give it to Ukraine because that would be an automatic declaration of war. So America gave the weapons to Germany. Germany gave it to Poland. Poland gave it to NATO. And now they can't give it to Ukraine because NATO is in control of it, and it would be them declaring war. Countries are companies, but a country in NATO can give it to Ukraine, but NATO can't own the weapons to give it to Ukraine.
So NATO just give it back to somebody else.
It's already labeled as part of their weaponry, so they can't. And the U.S. is trying to make something. They said U.S. providing $53 million to help rescue Ukraine power grid.
You got your own infrastructures over here. You got a fucking bill.
No, you was defending American infrastructure a few months ago when I said it was shitty.
I'm not going to say the infrastructure over here is shitty. What
is it? Well, why are you complaining then? $53 million gonna hurt?
Well, no, that money could be put towards infrastructure here in America.
But it's fine, ain't it?
Well, you have people who don't have sewer tanks.
Wait, you said it's fine. It's not shitty. So the sewers ain't shitty, is they?
I'm talking about, who I'm talking about, people that live in those areas, black people.
I mean, it's okay then. But you said it's not bad.
There you go. Taking what I had, taking it out of context.
But $53 million ain't gonna do nothing for them either. Better. $53 million not gonna do anything for Ukraine either. So what are they really doing? Oh, money laundering. That's what they really doing.
Ozark.
Yeah, Ozark. That's why once again, they put it on TV. I keep saying it. House of Cards. That was the White House.
That was the Trump.
Critical moment, really, in terms of ensuring that Twitter does not become a vector for misinformation. I mean, are you concerned about the, Elon Musk says there's more and more subscribers coming online. Are you concerned about that? And what tools do you have? Who is it at the White House that is really keeping track of this?
So look, this is something that we're certainly keeping an eye on. And look, we have always been very clear, and that when it comes to social media platforms, it is their responsibility to make sure that when it comes to misinformation, when it comes to the hate that we're seeing, that they take action, that they continue to take action. Again, we're all keeping a close eye on this. We're all monitoring what's currently occurring, and we see it with our own eyes of what you all are reporting, and just for ourselves, what's happening on Twitter. But again, social media companies have a responsibility to prevent their platforms from being used by any user to incite violence.
Now, what the White House press secretary just said is, we're going to watch Twitter to make sure it does what we want it to do. Elon Musk, at the last couple of weeks, you've been hearing people make the joke that Twitter's going to end, it's about to be over, it's done. And Elon Musk is saying, actually, the numbers of subscribers is going up. Our servers are heating up. We have to get more traffic on the website. You know, he released the Twitter files on the Hunter Biden situation.
Mm.
He released files that showed that both Republicans and Democrats began to request certain things to be taken down or people to be banned from Twitter. But it was mainly Democrats that had influence because that's who Twitter was donating most of the money to, as far as their campaigns and stuff. They said they saying at least the White House had nothing to do with the cover up of the Hunter Biden laptop story. That it was people within Twitter leadership that decided to do it on their own, and that Jack Dorsey didn't even know what they were doing. They released emails showing that they were actually scared. Like, we got to find a way to come up with a reason why we did this, because people gonna be asking questions about freedom of speech. And so they came up with the bullshit about, oh, we hack material we don't allow on our website. It's not hacked. If I get information, it's not your business how I got it. Journalism usually work that way. Somebody does something to get the information. You hand it off to a publication. They put it out. That's how it works. But they're trying to change the game.
Some of the things they do to get information.
Oh yeah, we know what we know what journalists are known for. They go to, especially the ones who leave the country. They go to these other countries, and these what they call investigative journalists. They known for getting around. I ain't about to show that one. What is this? Yeah, this is it right here. This is the story here about the Patriot weapon system that they're afraid to give over to Ukraine because it may just declare war on them. Then you got U.S.-EU alliance heading for ugly divorce, ex-Russian president says. What people are not talking about right now is what America or what NATO is doing with the Ukraine-Russia situation is actually very much negatively impacting the EU or Europe economy. We talked about it a few months ago that a lot of their factories are shutting down. That creates what's it called? Stuff you grow, farmer stuff, fertilizers, certain metals, nitrogen. A lot of that stuff a lot of the factories are being shut down, and the economy is starting to get set back. So there's a theory out there that America is not only trying to destroy or drain Russia of its money and resources, they're also trying to drain Europe.
Well, that's America.
So if Russia falls and Europe falls,
backstab, America was still staying.
At that point, all they got to worry about is China. And if they can get China, we can now rule for a couple hundred more years.
America ain't willing to give it up.
They won't give it up. Zelensky, Ukraine National Security and Defense Council requests legislative ban on Ukraine Orthodox Church of Moscow Patriot. So basically, Ukraine just banned Christians in Ukraine from practicing their religion that they share with Russia. Ain't that called communism?
Yep.
First thing you do is get rid of the religion.
You want everybody to follow one religion.
But they'll say, well, remember, a lot of Jewish people are, what they call it, don't believe in God.
Atheists?
Atheists. They call themselves atheists. Whistleblower U.S. scientist who worked with Wuhan lab claims COVID was genetically engineered and leaked from the site and says the U.S. government is to blame because it funded the research.
We already know that.
And this is true. This part right here, because it was funded in research, we know that. Fauci finally had to admit that part. This is a story from 2020. This is a story from December 3rd, 2022. But we knew this 2 years ago.
So
this is old. Like, this ain't a whistleblower. We knew this 2 years ago. We got banned twice off to YouTube.
And you're gonna talk about it again.
Well, now it's in the new. It's in publication. They can say it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna say this. I got to do this ad. The vaccine is safe and effective. China to punish internet users for liking posts and crack down at the zero COVID protests.
What did you do the ad? What ad you do?
I just did it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I thought it was a little more lengthier.
Safe and effective. It'll protect you from croaking.
Got you shook.
So the China protest, we talked about that earlier with the question Kiefer asked. Yeah, I think this might be the distraction. But they also saying that if you like a picture on a social media about the protest, you could be criminally punished in China. How far are we from that in America? Right now, they can just ban you and cost you your bank account and get you fired.
Your bank account?
Yeah, remember, that's how a lot of people lost their bank accounts with the, what's it called thing?
What was it called thing?
In Canada.
Oh, that was in Canada, not in America.
Let me finish. In Canada, the way they got people sometimes is if people make posts and agree with it, they would go to the what's called the likes and the retweets or the Facebook post and find out who your name is and all the other stuff and get you up out of here.
Yeah, that wasn't in America. That was in Canada.
America was doing it too. They did it to Kanye.
What did they do to Kanye?
They took us a cat. Apple limited a crucial airdrop function in China just weeks before a protest. So y'all got this thing on your phone where you can airdrop people files and pictures and stuff on through your phone without the internet. A month before
that's what Apple?
Huh?
That's what Apple?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
A month. It's something like Dropbox that's on computers. Dropbox is about the same thing. But anyway, a month before the protest started, Apple took this function out of their phones. So the Chinese people can't communicate without internet on their phone by dropping videos and stuff on each other in the crowd. Make it go viral in the crowd. I said, wait, is Apple helping the communist government against China? Are they helping the communist government against the citizens?
Probably so.
That wouldn't be the first time.
Ain't gonna be the last.
Remember that Apple factory that got shut down because they were scared there was gonna be a COVID shutdown, and the people that work at the Apple factory got the hell out of there.
Dodge.
So one of the Apple warehouses have been shut down. So this is Apple basically saying, "Look, we'll do whatever for you to get this stuff back running. You need us to do this? All right, we got you.
We got you, fam."
China's set to loosen COVID curbs after a week of protests.
I don't believe it.
You don't think they're gonna change? They're the news. It's a little hot right now.
Exactly.
They'll loosen up, and then they're gonna be on your ass.
With the postman.
And look at this right here. We talked about this last year. Life insurance payouts hit record $100 billion in 2021. COVID-19 deaths likely fueled an increase in death benefits payment. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was the COVID-19 deaths. That's it. Nothing else. We talked about it that they were scared that some of these life insurance companies were going to go out of business, go bankrupt, because there was so many people dying, and it was way higher than average. And it was like, where is this death coming from? And it's like, what was going on in 2021? What was new? What was something that was different from every other year that happened?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, man, I'm not smart. I don't know. Them questions is above my grade.
Above your pay grade?
No, this above my grade in general.
Oh.
I just don't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he does. His page is called Occult Lectures. His lectures are on point. I chew that meat, spit out the bones. Exactly. Learn what you can. I'm gonna look that dude up. I'm gonna look him up. Bro panicked recently. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
After the 90s movies is garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh, sorry, what am I? Oh, here you go. House of Cards is my show.
I love House of Cards. When Kevin came back and did that little skit on YouTube for the last season of House of Cards, that was better than the whole damn season.
And they took it a weird angle when they made her and the other woman work together and just be friends. That's not do what they want us to do and go against each other. Two women go against each other, and it's like, oh, you killed it. They killed it long before that.
When he came back and he was making a sandwich, it was like,
hey, you miss me?
Did you miss me? We were like, hell yeah, we missed you.
And it's crazy because
you had a case.
And this is how the beast. This is how the beast works. He's a pedo.
He was a pedo, and he was bad on the show. He was how he was in real life. That's how he was.
He was who he was in the show in real life. And they got us to root for the bad guy.
He was a bad guy.
This is how modern media work. They make you root for the bad person. Let that TV show.
Because you remember he killed the war. You remember he killed. I'm gonna call her Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
You remember he killed Hillary Clinton? He pushed her down the stairs.
Yeah.
She tried to get in the car. She didn't want to get in. She knew she was gonna die.
And we was like, yeah,
get her ass.
Like the news reporter girl. She was investigating somebody.
In the train.
We was like, yeah, get up out of here. She asking too many questions. No, we should be rooting for her.
Yeah.
Like in that TV show with the Saint, what's his name? The show based off Rick Ross, the drug dealer. Snowfall. And I was mad at this scene. When he killed a police officer who was mad at him for selling drugs, we were rooting for the drug dealer.
Franklin.
Instead of the cop wanting to protect his community.
Yeah.
His father was against him, who was a former Black Panther, who wanted him to stop selling drugs. People were rooting for him over the daddy. Saying, your daddy doing too much now, you might got to get rid of him.
The mama was down.
This is how the American society, well, really not even American society, this movie has convinced us left is right, good is bad, up is down.
Yeah, Brandon, you should definitely go check out House of Cards. That's up until the last season. The last season, you're going to have to,
And when you look at House of Cards, all you've been thinking about is Bill and Hillary Clinton.
True.
They are like, and it's almost comparable to Donald Trump and Melania Trump too.
But Melania, she didn't do anything as far as we know in front of the scene.
The first couple of seasons she was Melania.
Well, she turned into crookery.
The last couple of seasons she was Hillary.
Yeah, she killed somebody too.
Damn, Trav, the man said he gonna watch the show.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. The spoiler already happened. Dude, I didn't know Kevin did that, so I'll look it up.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Kevin, go on there.
Look at Kevin Spacey.
YouTube.
Is it Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey. He did a YouTube skit on House of Cards.
Yeah. Well, he was in the kitchen, and he did two.
And both were good.
Got millions of views.
The show didn't even get. He got more views than the whole season did on House of Cards on YouTube.
To me, all the stars are acting who they really are. Exactly. Well, you look at these movies.
Spoilers.
And you look at stuff that happened in their real life.
Spoilers don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, all right. Me either. But some people get mad when you say something in a movie or a TV show, like you just ruined the whole experience. Like, dang, you still got to see it and how it happened. How's it spoiling? But yeah. Anyway, man, we kept y'all here.
Way too damn long.
Huh?
Way too damn long.
It's about average. 3:18.
You don't gotta go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
What's your last words you got to say?
Thanks for viewing the show. We love doing this every Saturday and interacting with the chat. Subscribe and like.
Yeah, make sure you like it on the way out. Well, how they say, wipe your feet. We should say that when you go in. Wipe your feet before you come in the door. But wipe your feet. Make sure you like the video.
Wash your ass when you come in the door.
You gonna wait to get to your house to wash? You already lost.
No, wash your ass before you come in the door.
Anyway, man, thank y'all for showing up. Shout out to y'all, Kiefer, George, Brandon, and Regina, all y'all, man.
What George say? He always got to say something smart.
Taylor, take your ass back in the house. Shout out to everyone who stayed and listened. We had a restart. They had a little malfunction. Tommy, what up, man? But we had to restart a little bit. But you know, we still got through it. We still did it. General North, I don't know if you stayed the whole time, but shout out to you too. But anyway, man, y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. And peace, man.